Alrighty. Let's see here. Let's let people know we're live, and then we'll do the thing. And hopefully my internet doesn't crap out today. Even though it's been happening like every stream basically for the past couple days. The internet's been going out. I don't know what's going on with it. I need to call Comcast and let them know, like, your internet is poo-poo, my guy. But I keep forgetting. But anyways, here we are in the video game. Oh man. Well, we got a little interesting thing that we're gonna be doing today. So what we're gonna do is embark with the main. I didn't mess with anything with the embark stuff. Basically what we're gonna do is set up our embark to support a single dwarf. So you start with 7, but if we take 6 of them and just remove all their skills and then kill them off as soon as we start the fortress, we can then just do it with a single dwarf, and we can see how well that's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work super well, but we're gonna give it a shot, you know? So what we gotta find, we gotta find ourselves a good starting point. Yo, what's up, Wargun? We're playing the dwarf game. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing solo dwarf, and see how well it works. Yeah. What's up, Candy? I don't know how miserable it's going to be in terms of, like, just how long it takes to do everything as a solo dwarf, but we're gonna figure it out today. The singular dwarfs. Yeah, it's his fortress. Nobody else's. Okay, so we're looking for something kind of like this that has, like, clay and everything and just all sorts of stuff in it, so we don't have to worry about, like, minerals and everything. I just need to find somewhere that doesn't have, like, an aquifer. I don't know. Where do you guys want to live? This is just, like, a standardly generated small world. Where should we embark as this singular dwarf's adventure? Probably somewhere connected to goblins. At the very least, I want it, you know, with, like, humans and elves and stuff nearby that we could potentially trade with. Because we might end up needing a lot of extra help as a single dwarf, in terms of, like, just trading for goods. What do we think? What is this? There's like a weird R symbol here. I don't know what that stands for. What is this area? It's got aquifers. See, I don't want to deal with aquifer nonsense. It says aquifer here. I don't know. It doesn't say it over here, but I don't really trust it. But yeah, like, aquifers are hard to deal with, especially solo, because, like, you have to build stuff, right, to block the water, and if you only have one dwarf running up and down, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. So I think maybe over here somewhere. We've got flux and iron and gold and silver and copper and all that fun stuff. We have pretty much every material. So the only thing we're missing is clay. I don't see clay in the list, but I don't know if, I think kaolinite and stuff is a form of clay. I don't remember. I always forget what's what. There's also a B. What's that B? You see that? Like, there's a letter B on the map. What is that? It's the letter B. Oh, you can drag this. Oh. Okay, so I don't know what the letter B is all about, but maybe living over here could work. There is a volcano here. B. What is that? I've never seen that before. I don't know what that means. Okay, this volcano's on the edge of like a mountain range. There's really not much material here though. In terms of like those randoms, at least the list of them is very small compared to the list of materials in other places. It looks like we're missing coal. Wheelchair. Oh, okay. That's what it is. Yeah, let's go over here near the B. There's a nice huge pool of resources we can find. I don't think we're gonna care about clay too much anyways. The bituminous coal being underground is really helpful. That's the main thing I was trying to look for. It does say clay here. It just didn't say the clay stuff down here, but that's fine. Soil 0 to 1. I don't know. I mean, we have the surface to farm on, so that's whatever. I think this will work. Now we could live over here on the stream, but I think we just live right here. We got a little mountain range. I think this will work well. We have basically everything we could want underground. I think this will be a very strong starting position. Hermit? No, this is like, I'm gonna kill off 6 of the 7 starting dwarves, and we're gonna try to use 1 dwarf. I don't know how well this is gonna go, but we're gonna find out. Let me see, let's prepare for the journey carefully. So, this 1 dwarf at the top is gonna be our guy. Now the problem is we only get 10 stat points, right, to assign for a single dwarf. And maybe, I don't know, we might try to just have him do stuff on his own, like without even trading, but you know, we'll keep the option open in case we end up like almost dying and like need to trade for something, I guess. But it's, you know, it's gonna be, we'll figure it out. Okay, so I mean, what we could do is just start with level 1 and a bunch of things. Like woodcutter I don't think is a big deal, but I mean, do we even need skill points in most stuff? Great PTSD, yeah, it's Warcraft. WoW music. Reader is huge. What, like reading skill? Is that what you're talking about? Get replacement headphones. Hell yeah, dude. 1 point. All right, he can now read. I don't know how big of a deal that is in Fortress mode, but there you go. Interesting. I did not know that. Let's see. We probably want to give him definitely a couple levels of growing so he can actually feed himself. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that. You can now... Hey, there you go. Working headphones is always wonderful to have. All right, so he's gonna have that. Everything else is fine, but we'll probably just put a point into a couple things to make sure he's like, you know, has some ability in it. I don't know. We'll have to go through and just enable all of his jobs in DF Hack or Dwarf Therapist. But we'll give him some points in dodging to start with so he doesn't die immediately if something happens. I think that's fine, honestly, if we just do that. I don't know how these other skills work and stuff, but that's fine. We'll do something like that. So he has a little bit of ability in growing and dodging, and then all his other, we gave him some novice skills and a couple other things, and then we'll just leave him that way. So let's customize this dwarf. His profession name is Solo. And his nickname, Two Chromer Headphone. Yo. His nickname is Big Shot or Sigma. Oh yeah, there you go. Sigma male. Got it. Sigma male. Alright, so now we go to items, and we need only one pick, one axe. Are they even male? I don't know. Here you go. We can fix that by just making it Sigma. So customize profession. There you go. He's a he or she is a Sigma. That works. Alright, so we have a pick, we have an axe, we have an anvil. What else do we need? We need to make sure we only need one quiver. If this dwarf gets, like, injured or anything by any means, they're just fucked. So we need to make sure that this dwarf never gets hurt. Because, like, you can't tend to yourself if you're laying down. One sandbag of each. That's not a bad idea. Let's get rid of these, like, wooden items. We don't really need thread and cloth and stuff to start with. That just takes up points. Wow, we have 900 points to spend. I don't know if a single dwarf can handle, like, raising animals on top of everything else that he's going to be doing. We may want to bring cat for, like, preventing vermin from being in our food, but at the same time, I don't know. Maybe it's not really going to matter. Legendary Gelder. There you go. Just have him spend his whole life practicing gelding. That sounds like a good idea. Alright, so let's add new items and make sure that we have every type of seed. Okay. Where are seeds? There's a category in here, right? Unless we already have all the seeds. We might already have all the seeds. We can bring some garden veggies like cranberries and raspberries. And we can have, you know, we can start out, we can actually use these immediately to make alcohol and get a variety of stuff. Okay, yeah. So that could be a good idea. We can just bring some, like, you know, a handful of cranberries, raspberries, and strawberries, and we can brew alcohol from those immediately, and that'll, like, oh, we can also see, let's see, if we go to dwarves and we view the dwarf, okay, he is a dude, 88 years old. What are his favorite things? He likes basalt, bismuth, chrysocolla, giant capuchin tooth, traction benches, toy hammers, giant echidnas, the words of the silks of genius, the sound of the butterfly of mirth. He likes Longland beer. So if we can get him to produce Longland beer for himself, that should be pretty good. That'll help keep him happy. He dreams of raising a family. Well, I'm sorry to say, I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, dude, that'd be cool. We gotta get Knuckles, the echidna. Okay, so Longland beer, what does that come from? Can we start with what we need to make Longland beer? From garden veggies? I assume it's like Longland grass or something that we don't have access to start with. That we hopefully maybe can find, but I don't know. At the very least, we're going to start with cranberries, raspberries, and strawberries, just to make sure we have a way to give him some variety. Because if he has a psychotic break as well, that's going to be a problem. We need to build a lot of workshops. I may DF hack, like, cancel his Fey Moods, because that's just, like, it's not meant to be a thing with one dwarf, I feel like. Like, if he gets a Fey Mood and doesn't have the workshop for it, the game's just over, and it's like, alright, well, that's just cringe. So we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do about, like, Fey Moods and stuff. Long grass, okay, yeah. Let's start with, like, 4 berries, just to have a variety for alcohol, and then we'll get Longland grass, hopefully. in our embark location. Yeah, we might just cheat to cancel them, like just turn them off, but I don't know how well that works. Like, eventually I want to let him do the Feymood stuff and make artifacts, but if he does it at the beginning of the game or something, like very early on, then we're just screwed, you know? There's not much we can do about that. Okay, let's bring some Dwarven wine as well. We have all the other alcohols. Let's bring wine. We have our seeds. We have some berries that we know we're going to be able to brew later, so that'll be good. Cavefish and plump helmets. We have 45 units of food. Let's bring some different types of meat. He didn't have any meats or anything in particular he liked. So let's bring some, I don't know, Wolverine meat. There you go. Alright, so now we have tons of meat and alcohol. Different meats to get free barrels. True. Good point. Wombat meat. Hoary marmot meat. And... I mean, yeah, what else are we going to spend our points on? We have so many extra points to spend. Your sub to Scott has ended. Unfortunate. Alright, so should we bring... I think we should probably bring cats. Oh, yeah, well, it doesn't matter. We have points for days. So I'm not too worried about it. What do we want to bring as far as animals go? Mr. Meow Meow. I guess we could bring some cats. Min-maxing, yeah, right. I mean, that matters more when you have, like, extra dwarves. And you spend a bunch of points on skills, because that actually takes up a lot when you give them all full skill points. So we'll bring a male and female cat. We'll have those guys guarding our food pile. We can bring... What would be a good animal otherwise? I guess we can bring just something that poops out eggs, because at the very least, if food becomes an issue, like, we'll have eggs coming in. And they don't need to graze, so we can just stuff them into a cave somewhere and just have them shitting out eggs constantly. Wait a minute. N-U-G-E-T got auto-modded for, I think, it said it was race-related? Excuse me? What did it think you meant? What word did it assume that you were typing? What? I'm so confused. Like, what? I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know what racial slur that is. I've never heard of that. I mean, like, I don't know. Yo, dude, we discovered new racial slurs today. Streamer, oh, well, thank you. We out here inventing racial slurs. Hell yeah, dude, we're pioneers. We're forging a path. Alright, what animal are we gonna bring? I got distracted. Yeah, birds. We'll just bring bird, maybe. Birds, are cheap too. Wow, wait, what? 6? For geese? Wow, dude, birds are hella cheap. Nobody wants birds. Thirst for cool vibes. Oh, okay. Goose. We could bring goose. War goose. Can you train geese? Oh my god, you can train geese. Alright, so we want like 5 or 6 geese and then a gander. I think that's pretty good. The paid ad feature. I don't know. You might have to be partnered for it, honestly. I didn't read anything about it, but it may be like, if you're an affiliate, fuck you, idiot, but I don't know. I feel like that would be silly, because they just want money. Not implemented yet. Yeah, there you go. I want to give Amazon my money. Take it. Yeah, I don't know. I think they announced it, but it's like not a thing yet. Dude, it's gonna be so ridiculous. Like, It only worked for sub 250 viewer streamers or something. Oh, really? Okay. Now that I didn't know that part of it, that makes it a little bit better. Like, if this is specifically to address people who are struggling on the platform, okay, I can give them a little bit more credit, because beyond just give me your money, let's exploit small streamers to squeeze every ounce of cash out of them and their viewers. Yeah, there you go. Wait, what do you mean? If you have Twitch Prime, aren't you paying for Amazon Prime, which means you're giving Amazon your money? I don't think you've avoided the system here. Yeah, dude, we're playing some Dwarf for it. We were playing a solo Dwarf. We got... all these guys are gonna get killed in the beginning, and then we're gonna have the Sigma Dwarf here. He doesn't need any... he's a lone wolf. He doesn't need any friends, so he's striking out to prove himself as a real Sigma Dwarf. You pay them the bare minimum. Okay, fair enough. WoW music. That's what somebody else was saying. They were getting PTSD because it's like old school WoW music and everything, and it's like, dude, man, I wish I had WoW. Sad face. I mean, honestly, you know what WoW should do? WoW, like everyone that plays WoW simultaneously, collectively as a gigantic group that's like a hive mind, they should all just get together, host one gigantic private server, and just like put it in Croatia, so every time that like Blizzard tries to shut it down, they can't because it's not in their jurisdiction. And then there you go. Just or put it in Russia because Russia or China or something. What do you mean streamer died? My upload's fine. What? This has happened. All right, well there you go. Just do that. But everybody who plays WoW should move to that server so Blizzard like doesn't have people playing on the official servers anymore. You've been trying the Skyrim Together mod. Oh, that's cool. That sounds neat. It was in Serbia. Hey, there you go. Yeah, that's great. It's not like you need like that huge of like, or that minimal of ping to play WoW compared to like, you know, a reaction-based shooty game, right? It's okay if you have like 150 milliseconds or something. So you can kind of, you know, shove it in some random country. Anyways, I think we're pretty much good. We have tons of supplies. We have our pick and battle axe. We have an anvil. Oh, okay. All right, Everest, fair enough. You could do the mod and play Skyrim with this stream. Maybe. I'd have to go check into that. But, maybe. Skyrim, your quest for 100% achievements is only 7 more to go. Damn, dude, nice. Weapon? We'll probably just use the axe if we need a weapon. I mean, that works. With DF version? No, it's not on Steam. It was announced that it's eventually coming to Steam, but the Steam release is just when it happens, TBA, you know, like at some point in the future. Who knows? Ender Dragon can 5-shot you with magic. Well, yes. Don't get hit. There you go. Just heal. Duh. All right, let's name the fortress. Is there anything No, there's no sig. There's the word Sigma is not in here. Damn. Oops. What are we gonna name the fortress? What do you guys think we should name it? We do have like lonely and lonesome and stuff like that we can use. Conditioneer fortress. What? What does that mean? I don't understand. Time is relative. Yeah, there you go. That's the release date. Time is relative. Yes. All right. Well, you know, fair enough. Depressed nugget. Okay, so first adjective. Depressed. Okay, the depressed noun. Nugget is not a thing. Give me a noun. Well, he's a Sigma male. He's not depressed though. Ape. All right. But maybe there's a better adjective here. Start with a female dwarf and male and no, we're only gonna have one dwarf. The Sigma male dwarf. I mean, should the fort just be called the depressed ape? I guess. Maybe it should be, yeah, all right. We'll leave it depressed ape. All right. And then our group is... Ding ding. What? Wife gone. Regret. Yeah, this dwarf, no, he's not regretting anything. He's a Sigma male. No, Mom, you don't understand. It's called being a Sigma male. No, no, Mom, I'm not. No, I can get a girlfriend if I want, but I don't. No, Mom, no, it's called a Sigma male. I don't need anyone. No, Mom, please just listen. That was our dwarf when he was leaving the fortress and just striking out on his own. I look at a trash can and I say, that's a bit sussy. The man. All right, sure, I'll go with that. Wait, what about dwarf, though? Oh, that's... Why is dwarf not a thing? There you go. The man. Udos. All right, I got that. Symbol. Let's see. How do you... Yeah. Creature. Filter dwarf. Male dwarf. One male dwarf. The creature is... striking a triumphant pose. No, because this is going to be like... Let's see, there's a male dwarf, right? Who's striking a triumphant pose, like he went out on his own, and then... there's an unnumbered plural of female dwarves who are laughing. And then the female dwarves are cringing. There you go. All right, how about that? Okay, done. And now we embark. Let's save it in case the game crashes or something, and we'll name this Sigma Male Grind Set. There we go. Oh, really? Just throw a giant echidna in the symbol? Okay, and then filter giant echidna. One of them. The dwarf is admiring the giant echidna. Right. Done. Okay, I think we're good. We have cats, we have birds. We don't really need other animals for anything, I think. We'll be okay without them. All right, there we go. We have saved this. Yeah, it's saved. And now we embark. I am ready. All right, cool. Oh yeah, because it's got pictures of echidnas on it. Yeah, you're right. Duh. He could also just engrave things with a custom image we make of echidnas and stuff like that. And also some of his other stuff he likes. We can engrave some of his stuff with as well. All right, let's take a stock of our surroundings. So, already we have lignite. We have some ligma down here and some hematite, so that's cool. And bituminous coal, so we can already make steel or iron. So that's fun. We got that to work with. Okay, this mountain range isn't super large, but it's pretty nice. We can dig in like right here, I think, in this little bulbous area down here. Just dig in and have a zone. Have our man cave in here. So step one is gonna be like, what do we do with the knuckleheads we brought with us? I don't know about that one. We can probably cave in. Yeah, we could try that. That could be a good idea. What about, how do I go up and down layers? Okay, scroll wheel. Okay, so yeah, we could hollow out a room over here underneath, like this area. Like put a room here, put them all in a burrow so they're stuck in there, and then just have our other dwarf go around the top of the room and dig out a square from the walls and then collapse it on them. No. The other ones we're just gonna like kill off. So it's truly a solo dwarf. I wanted to try that out and see how well it works with this game, because like I've done the solo colonist in RimWorld, and that was kind of cool. So I wanted to see like how just one dwarf can manage in Dwarf Fort. All right. So let's go to. You can't see what I'm doing, but I need to pop open Dwarf Therapist. And I need to select all of my other dwarfs, clear all labors. There we go. They can't do anything. Commit. And then the dwarf that we brought... Yeah, exactly. The dwarf we brought, we're going to turn on basically everything, except for hunting. I don't want him to go out and randomly hunt and stuff. So we don't want him to, like, do that right now. I'm gonna enable all his other labors, so no matter what we tell him to go do, he can go do it. I should have gave him probably points in cooking or brewing or whatever, but I think he'll be fine. So I want all of the skills that he's not gonna just automatically go do enabled, which is pretty much everything except for like hunting, but animal care and training and all that stuff we can turn on. We just don't want hunting enabled. Okay, so he should have everything. There we go, commit. Oh yeah, there is the in-game version. I forgot about UL. Right, but it's not as handy to use. But anyway, there we go. So now Mr. Sigma Male here has all of his labors enabled. Except for Alchemist, which doesn't do anything. And... I left off Trapper as well, Ambusher. I'm going to leave these off so he doesn't do that. Oh, we want to turn on Miner as well. Why is Miner and Woodcutter mutually exclusive? Oh, because they can only hold one tool. Never mind. I understand. All right, so that's fine. We'll leave Miner on for the moment, and then we'll turn on Woodcutter later when he needs to cut wood. He has one stress. Uh-oh. that reminds me of that meme where it's like the guy with the shirt that says, like, no fear, and then somebody says something and it says one fear. Our dwarf has one stress. Can't mine with an axe? Unfortunately, no. I don't know why. I guess he's not sufficiently dwarf enough. Okay, so we're gonna dig a single hallway. We actually don't need to dig hallways bigger than a single tile wide because there's only gonna ever be one dwarf walking through hallways, so there's never gonna be traffic jams. And then we want to go underneath, like over here or something off to the side, maybe. And we want to make a little square, like 3x3 room. And then cave it in and kill the other dwarves, so we're truly alone. This is greatly claustrophobic. We'll expand it later, but right now we just want to like get this done ASAP to get rid of these other dwarves, because they're putting a damper on our Sigma grind set. Okay, so we're gonna need a room like that, right? Then we're gonna dig an upstair. And... oops. I just want to make sure I don't kill this guy with the caving in process as well. Be very careful with this. And then we're gonna channel like that. And then a downstair. Okay, so he should go do that. Let's set up a burrow real quick. Add new burrow. Enter. Okay, we're gonna put a burrow here. And this burrow is gonna be named the kill zone. Yeah, we're gonna have to engrave some stuff to them. You wish you could play DF again, but you're such a lazy. Oh yeah, no, it's a lot of effort. That's kind of what keeps me from going back to it sometimes for a while. Is just like, man, I don't want to play Dwarf for it. I'm lazy. But at least with the Steam version, it'll be really easy to do, and play and everything. So what is Sigma Male here doing? Oh, he's fishing. Oh shit. Don't fish. Fuck. Stop it. Stop that right now. The release in 10 years, yeah, pretty much. I don't know. We're not gonna cannibalize. I don't know if they're gonna leave corpses behind either. It's over. He's fucking fishing. I can't believe it. I forgot about fishing. It was the other auto job that I didn't want to enable. Well, we'll give him a moment. Okay, there we go. He stopped fishing. Thank God. Dude, even in death, I fish. That just sounds like a boomer comic thing or something. Like... Fish fear me. Women fear me. I am alone on this earth. And it's like that fucking really tall hat. Okay, so now the burrows, kill zone, we need to add citizens, and we need to add everybody that is not Mr. Big Shot. There we go. Doug Dimmadome. Death by fishing. Hell yeah, dude. Alright, so there he goes. He's making some progress. He's doing a job. His mining skill is, you know, it's slow, but steady. Now, do I need to remove the ramp and everything? I don't think so, no. I think on this layer it's severed, so it's fine. We've struck petrified wood. Alright, they're starting to come in and go to their kill zone. Very good. I mean, at the very least, this is good mining experience. He should hit level 2 by the time he's done digging out the kill box. Okay, it's still attached right here. And that's the last line of attachment for this platform. So that's what I wanted. We need to make sure every single dwarf is over there. And they're not quite there yet. There's still this guy. I don't know why he's not going over here. Let's go ahead and deconstruct the wagon. So he doesn't sit at the wagon anymore, and maybe he'll leave. We don't want the animals in there. Dude, what the fuck is this dwarf doing? Get out of here, dude. There he goes. Okay, so that should be... yeah, that's 6 dwarfs. Okay, so the 6 dwarfs are now ready for kill. No, cat, get out of there. Alright. Uh-oh. You need to step your ass over there, buddy. You are... that is an illegal zone. Okay. Let's go W. Let's add a burrow so we can make sure that he stands right here and is not on top of it when it falls down. Burrow 2, delete that one. Burrow 2, we want to assign citizens. We want to put Big Shot in it. Okay, so now he should come up here and stand right on this block and then get ready to mine this tile. And then... no, cat, stop it. Don't you fucking form a bond with one of them or something. Get out of here. I don't know why he's not going to stand on the tile. Burrow. We can use the militia thing. Alerts. Active? I don't know if that's gonna... I don't think so. I didn't, like, assign... I don't know if you can assign multiple... Okay, yeah. So, active alert, they go to their burrows. Yeah, that's good. And now that'll force him to go to his burrow. Okay, cool. Although the animals... What the fuck are the animals doing? Excuse me? Okay, so everybody's in here. What the fuck? Oh, because it... Right. Okay. No, but now they all go... Okay, so alert's not gonna work. Animals, get the fuck out of here. Well, now we need to make a pasture, because I screwed up. So, pen pasture. Let's get the animals out of here. Okay. Now, I think I need to unassign him from his burrow, or else he can't, like, do any work. Okay, starting to pasteurize the animals. That's good. Collect them all from where they've wandered off. What is this? A hoary marmot man. Okay, he should be fine. I don't think he'll bother us too much. He might steal our stuff or something, but whatever. I just want to get our animals all together so they don't wander off too far. That goose is already taken off somewhere. Alright, so now... this guy's up here. I don't know. Why are you up here? Who said you could be up here? Okay. I see 6 dwarves down there. Let's incorporate this tile so we can work on it. Big shot here. And then dig channel right here. And that should, I believe, disconnect it and drop it on him. If you want to okay, there we go. Oh, he got hurt, maybe? I don't know how that happened. It looks like it did kill them, but he may be injured. Right now he's just, like, unconscious. I think. Uh-oh. His upper arm is mangled, his left shoulder is mangled. Uh-oh. What the fuck? Maybe I should just let them starve. Okay, he's back up. He's got some dead dwarfs to deal with. Let's make a dumping zone or whatever. Just kind of put the bodies over here. Garbage dump. Actually, no, hold on. We can make a stockpile for corpses. What am I thinking? Stockpile for corpses. He just messed up his arm. He should be okay. Okay, and then burrow, remove him from the burrow, and now he can haul bodies out of there. There you go, clean up the blood. It's okay, this is all part of the Sigma male evolution. You have to experience the death of 6 dwarves from your direct hand in order to, like, grow as a person. It's fine. Let's see, status. So yeah, I don't know how to fix his left arm, but hopefully that doesn't affect him too much. He's not, like, bleeding actively or anything, so he should be okay. I don't know if he can fix himself. I don't think dwarves can do medical work on themselves. Unlike in RimWorld or something, right? Like, we'd need another dwarf in order to do anything with him. And, like, heal him. Now, hopefully he just naturally heals at some point. But we'll see. Anyway, so what are you doing? No job. You got a body here. I need you to put that outside. My guy, come on. Fucking haul the body. What are you doing? I don't understand. Okay, he's eating. Alright, well, whatever. If you want to mess around, you need to at least get yourself a place to keep your food so stuff doesn't come over and take it. Okay, I think he's hauling the body? Yeah, okay, good. Good. So I get to the bodies outside. He's pretty stressed, but as soon as he starts mining for a little while, that'll take out some of his frustration and upsetness. He should be able to cope with some mining. And then we also need to give him, like, a good bedroom and stuff. Alright, so stockpiles, I mean, we got tons of food and stuff. As long as we don't lose it all to something, we should be okay. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. I'm gonna expand this. Genocide elves when? Well, first we gotta get ourselves established. We have no means to kill the elves just now. If we pick a fight with them, they just surround us and we die instantly, so that's not gonna work. We're gonna have to devise some crafty solutions for elves, but for the moment, we just need to get our basic shit set up. And also make sure... Okay, his stress, good. He's feeling a little bit better. As long as we can manage his stress and get over the trauma of seeing 6 people die instantly, he'll be okay. Okay, let's designate all these for dumping because they're going to get in the way of a stockpile we put in here, and then we're going to have a dump zone just, like, right in this hallway. There we go. So once he gets done drinking some alcohol. Why did I let him see? Because he was the one who mined the tile to drop it in the first place, so it was kind of hard to prevent him from seeing. I didn't really think about it. I just did it. He's a Sigma male. He'll be fine. He can handle it. It's okay. They'll relive some trauma for a few days. He'll be fine. I think his shoulder might already be feeling better. I don't know. Did I not see it there in the menu? I'm not sure. Okay, he's sleeping for now. He's a gamer. Yeah, he's a true gamer. Sometimes you just gotta experience a little death now and again, you know? Liven up your life experience. Okay, there you go. Yep. Where's he going? Oh. Pen pasture animals that are, like, running off. That's fine. We'll deal with them in a minute. Nah, they didn't exist. But they will exist as ghosts if we don't hurry this shit along. Dude, what the fuck are you doing? There you go. Okay, stress is fine. So what we need to do is we need to build a quick Dwarf's workshop and make like 6 slabs, basically. At least I'm pretty sure it's here you make them. Yeah, engrave memorial slab and then rock make... Or do we need a masonry workshop to make the slab? We might actually need a masonry or carpentry or something. I think it has to be out of rock. I mean, we could get coffins to put them in, but I think we'll probably just make slabs instead. Stockpile for food. Start dragging the food in. I don't know how long we have until the ghosts show up, but we do gotta be careful of that. Okay, so we'll let him bring all this stuff over. Yeah, there's like critters outside and stuff that we don't want getting into it. And then we'll need to pen pasture the cats in here whenever we're done doing this. Alright, well, good luck. Alright. Mood-wise, he's getting a little bit more stressed. He's probably reliving some trauma or something. A typical day in the life. Like a wheelbarrow or something might make this go faster. I'm not sure if they can haul more than 1 barrel at a time somehow. I don't think so. I have a lot of barrels, though. I don't know if 5x5 is a big enough zone for all this stuff. And then we have the seed bags and everything. Okay, stress is not looking so hot. Okay, let's start working on a nice big bedroom. It'll help you take out some stress, and eventually when you have your bedroom here, you'll be happy from sleeping in it. Hopefully. Cut this wall open. Skill-wise, he's at almost level 3 mining. He needs to mine faster so he can actually keep up with his stress and stuff. Although it doesn't seem like he's gaining it like that fast, so I think he'll be okay. Wow. He hit 3 mining in his profession, kind of. His little picture changed to miner. It's now spoopy. Oh, very nice. I think I'm gonna need to expand our stockpile a little bit more. But we'll see. He's slowly chipping away at hauling this stuff in. It's not too many more, though. Just like these barrel tiles are all almost individual, so he's just about there. This might be enough, but we might need like another row or something to store it all. Dig some more space up this way. I don't want to get too caught up with stuff. I just wanted to dig some more to chip away at some of his stress and give us some more room. Euphoric inebriation, annoyed, a minor injury. Yeah, that's fine. His arm, his shoulder are still mangled. I don't know if those can heal on their own. This is not running in borderless windowed, so I can't really tab out to check at the moment. Hold on. Big spoopy. Nice. Very good. We've almost got the food indoors. We've got a decent portion of it, so that's good. Haul some of this stuff out of the way when he gets the chance. Start consolidating into the trash pile. Yes, ligmanite. That's what you need. That's the powerful ore. What the fuck? Giant chinchillas. Okay. I think they'll leave us alone, hopefully. Yeah, they don't really seem too encouraged to bother us. Okay, he's pen pasturing and thing. I do want to kill off the yak bulls so we don't have to deal with them. And we can move some of our other stuff underground so we can kind of set up a safer zone for him. Sleeping on a rough cave floor. Yeah, need to get him in bed. Well, we're getting there. I mean, we're not dead yet. That's a plus. Okay, next we're gonna need the mason shop. Okay, now we'll start making some slabs. We probably put the slabs up here or something, or just somewhere. Let's get a furniture stockpile actually back here. So we can bring in like the anvil and stuff. And then also furniture, ammo, bars, blocks, finished goods, kind of stuff. And then so we made 3. Let's go ahead and suspend. Let's suspend that one too. Oh, that's right. They're fucking no finished goods. Their clothing and stuff. Just want like the anvil indoors, so we don't lose it. Yes, the kill, kill, and then they just died instantly. So yeah, it worked. This guy's traumatized and he injured his left arm. His shoulder and arm are mangled on the left side, but he's not bleeding out or anything. I don't know how we're gonna fix his arm at all, is the problem. Beyond recognition. So he's kind of just got a lump of meat on his left side from the cave-in. Well, such is life. That's the price you pay when you're a Sigma male. Okay, we got a quiver, battle axe, a plant barrel. Oh, our food is full. Another food stockpile right there. We want weapons in here so we can bring in the axe and we don't lose it. Cool. He doesn't feel anything at somebody's death. Cool. Nice. Awesome. He's becoming Sigma. He's doing it. He's losing his emotions. Where did he go? What is he doing? Oh. Strange. Oh, the animals ran away. What happened to the animals? Something must have spooked him. Oh, maybe there's a ghost. I don't know. They're respecting the grind. That's true. Okay, he's gonna be, like, pasturing animals for a while, maybe. But hopefully he doesn't bother. Let's get these slabs done. This, I think, helps his mood, too, because he's, like, making stuff and doing things. Oh, there's a ghost. Fuck. Vabok is haunting. Do this right now. There you go. Okay, stress is going up. Oh my gosh. Welcome, everyone. How you guys doing? Welcome, raiders. Thank you for the raid, Niru. Hope you guys are doing well. We are currently dealing with a ghost. Build... Where were slabs? Is that just Alt-S? Welcome to the WoW PTSD party. Yeah, we're listening to WoW music. Let's put the slabs in the kill room, how about? Alright, build that memorial slab and just do that right now, my guy. So we can suspend engraving the rest of them for the moment. You just need to get this ghost out of your face so you stop feeling bad. Oh, that's a lot of stress. You joined their channel just in time for the raid. Well, hey, there you go. Welcome. This guy really needs to build that slab right now. He's getting so haunted. Alright, there we go. There we go. Put to rest. Okay, frightened after being haunted by a dead friend. That's fine for the moment. We're gonna deal with the rest of them shortly. We have all the slabs made now, I believe. Now we just need to engrave them. Nice. Cats are good. But yeah, so the gist of it is we're doing a solo dwarf here, right? Mr. Big Shot is his profession is Sigma. And we use this room over here to cave in the ceiling and kill the other dwarves. Unfortunately, in the process, his left arm is mangled beyond recognition, so he only has one arm. But he at least survived, and he's not, like, bleeding out or anything, so... It's fine. All's well that ends well, you know? I don't know what the cat's doing in here. He's kind of going crazy. What the cat doing? What is he doing? He's just, like, endlessly going back and forth. Okay, we've done it. We've engraved all the slabs. I think he's gonna run off and grab our animals. They got spooked by something, maybe a ghost. I don't know, but they all ran off somewhere. I think I'm gonna let him wrangle up the geese and bring them back for a minute, since we don't have any other ghosts right now. Like 1,000 stress is kind of high compared to what it was, but it's also stresses out of like the tens of thousands or something before they really start feeling bad. So I think we'll be okay with his stress such that it is, and we'll have him do some more mining and stuff soon. And then it'll go back down. Not a big deal. So all that's outside right now are some logs and a quiver. That's not a big deal either if that gets stolen or something. I'm not sure what the quiver is under. That might be a finished good. That's not leather. Yep, it's a finished good. There we go. Enable quivers. Alright, now we can bring that in. Migrants. Okay, so what we need to do with migrants, we're not going to kill them because we don't want to have ghosts and slabs everywhere. So we're going to have a... if I put a meeting zone, he's going to use the meeting zone, unfortunately. But we need to go to the new arrivals, go to General, or P, E, Enter, and expel them from the fortress so they go back to where they came. Cannot expel. Child is not present. Oh. Well, get your kid in here. Yeah, see, I gotta get him off of the edge of the screen so the migrants can finish coming in and then they can get rid of them all. Okay, we'll just set up a quick meeting area. Hopefully our dwarf doesn't use it, but he should be busy wrangling animals and stuff. Alright, so now that your kid's here, we can expel you, take your kid and go home. Expel you. Expel you. Expel you. Send everyone back home. I don't know if there's a way you can, like, disable migrant waves. If there is, I have no clue how to do it. But, alright. And then we'll disable the activity of this meeting area so it's not active anymore. Nobody tries to go over there. Vermin corpses? True. Oh, max pop! You're right! We could just set max pop to 1. Yeah, I could do that real quick. We could restart. That would actually not be a bad idea. I think. What you doing? Storing items in stockpile. Oh, he's going to get the quiver. The first 2 are hard-coded? Probably, yeah. There you go, yeah. Okay, I want him to move these boulders out of here. Oh, he passed out on the floor. Alright, well, let's build the other slabs in the death room. There you go. That'll be a monument to the dwarves we killed. Okay, stress is at 13. It's not going up too much higher. We'll have him do some mining soon, and it'll go right back down. You know, we probably want a meeting area that's, like, over here. So even if he does use the meeting area, you know, that way we don't have to think about it, and when migrants show up, they'll just hang out here for a little while, and then we can get rid of them as they filter in or something. But yeah, that is a good idea, setting the max pop size. Let me do that in a second here. After he builds all these, I think we'll save and restart so we can do max pop of 1. Because I'm running it through Lazy Noob Pack. Dog is bamboozled. Oh boy. Alright, and there we go. So now nobody will haunt us. There we go. Perfect. We are now haunt-proof. Those ghosts got owned. Alright, so now... Those are set for dump, but he's just not doing it yet. Let's go ahead and start... Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's dig out some area over here. For, like, more workshops and stuff. There you go. I just want to put a carpenter's workshop in here so we can, build him a bed. Yes, we are haunt-proof. Immune to ghosts. You do have a job. You can go mining. Good. I guess maybe he's just hanging out in the meeting area, chilling. Annoyed in the rain, bored, unable to hear eloquent speech. Well, you're never gonna hear that, so sorry, bud. Alright, I need you to, like, do your work. There you go. That's not the work I need you to do. Okay, this is no longer active. You lost your meeting area privileges. Why is he not working? Yeah, the ghosts are illegal. Doing. There you go. He's not mining, though. Why is he not mining? Oh, miner got unset somehow. Alright, there we go. Maybe I accidentally hit enter on that screen. Okay, and then once he clears out this, we can put a carpenter's workshop up here. I don't think it'll be blocked in, but I did check. Actually, I can just mine this to make sure. And then this stockpile can take wood for the moment, so we can get those 3 pieces of wood from the wagon inside, and we'll use one of those to make him a bed. Okay, we've actually eaten a couple of our berries, but that's fine, because I think when you eat raw berries, you get seeds back. Yeah, raspberry seeds. We've eaten one of our berries, because we had 4 of each. We need to also check for Longland grass, because he likes Longland beer. If we can find that, we'll be in big business for keeping him happy. I don't know if there's a way to search for it automatically, besides just looking. Bladeweed. It's probably gonna look like one of these little blobby shrubs. Because it's like a grass. I don't think it's gonna look like plants. Finger millet, radish. Yellow tea? Dog just did a note. Did the dog poop on the floor? It'll be yellow. What kind of climate is it native to? Dry white mountain cloudberry? Hairgrass. There's hairgrass. Cotton grass, meadow grass. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're seeing the grasses on these yellow tiles. Thank you for mentioning yellow. Ryegrass. Okay, we're seeing some grasses. Millet. Okay, so it's just going to be a yellow square, most likely. Airdrop seed. We're looking for longland. I mean, we may not have it in this area. I'm not sure how climate and biomes and stuff work, but we may not have longland grass, which would suck. But if it's harvestable, I don't know. I feel like it would have a different tile. Oh, wait, no. Okay, so those are dry. The yellow ones are just dry ones. Search. Longland. Okay, right, that's searching within what's in that tile, yeah. I don't think we can search the map for, like, a grass. Maybe that's, like, a DF hack thing. Any land except mountain, glacier, and tundra. world map. I don't know what biomes we're on. I wasn't really paying attention when we settled. I think this is just like a temperate woodland or something, so it should be in here somewhere, but it's going to be hard to track down specifically. That's going to be tough, yeah. Well, we could set up a trading depot, maybe? I don't know if we want to do trading, but if we do trade, we can set up like a trading depot with the humans. And the humans might actually have some longland grass for us to trade for. Alright, we have our bed. Why won't you dump this bauxite? Whatever it's called. I don't know how to pronounce it. What are you doing, buddy? Get in the wood. Can you just haul this block out of your bedroom exactly where I want to put the bed? I guess we just build the bed there and he'll move it. Also make him a door. Yeah, we can try to get seeds, or just get the grass itself and then brew it, and then have whatever. Let's make some mugs so he can drink out of cups. Yeah, right in the direct center of the room. Yes. That's where the bed goes. He's a Sigma male, okay? He can't just put his bed up against the wall. What is he, normal? He did make a door, but I can't build the door. Oh, yes, I can. There we go. There you go, buddy. There's your bed. Now you finally have a bedroom. Yeah, so he'll have his goblet. Lack of chairs and stuff. Right, we'll need to fix that too. Start smoothing that out. So we'll see how that goes for him. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but okay. I think it'll be worth it for maintaining his food. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna start digging out of space at some point. We could put like a dining room in here or something. Let's see, where do I want to put... I bring the animals inside, at least the geese. I need to slaughter the yaks, because I don't want to deal with the yaks. Get rid of them. But, you know, so far so good. His stress is not looking too hot. He relived watching somebody die. That didn't help. Designate. Let's go ahead and remove the designations on the rest of the room so he can go mining, because that'll, I think, help his mood directly. Yeah, we need to focus on his stress for a little while. I'll probably have him dig out, like, a big area. Um, the sadness evaporator. Just have him start digging out a huge square. Ooh, we got gemstone. Cool. I don't remember. Let's see. Okay, he's getting some good feels. Basalt, bismuth, chrysocolla, and that's it. We should probably make some toy hammers. I don't know if you can directly make toy hammers, but I don't know. You might be happy to make toy hammers. Outpost liaison. Okay, well. They're the merchants, I guess. Not super worried about it. We may end up just not trading at all. And just trying to be completely solo. One dwarf and no trading. We'll see how it goes. For now, we don't need anything, so it's not a big deal to set up a trade depot or nothing. There's much to share. Begin discussion. No, I don't care. Begin discussion. Okay. Peek over the documents and hit escape and goodbye. Alright, so you can take out his frustrations on this room. He got into an argument with the outpost liaison, I guess. Such is life. But yeah, as he gets better at mining, eventually stress I don't think will ever be an issue for him, because we can just tell him to go mine out a huge area and he'll do it really fast and then just evaporate his stress and then be happy. So I think like we should be able to keep this guy happy pretty easily. Are we insane yet? No, not at all. We are doing pretty well. These are, yeah, Mossagate. We need to look around for whatever the heck his thing was. He said he likes bismuth. I don't know if we have any bismuth in the materials that were in our embark area. I'm not sure if we have that available to us somewhere. Hopefully we do. And we can make some stuff out of that and he'll get happy. What's his power level at mining? He's up to level 4. He's getting there. Slowly but surely, he will win the race. Alright, while this guy mines for a second, I'm gonna go grab some water real quick, so popped myself open a gallon of water. Dude, who needs cups when gallons of water come in a handy jug already? This is spoopy music. Well, you know, maybe it's spoopy living on your own as a Sigma male. Maybe things are... He saw a ghost once. I mean, it's pretty scary. Now he is very keenly aware that not only does the afterlife exist, but the people he murdered are very angry with him. And we're haunting him. So, you know, I mean, I think the spooky music is pretty fitting. That's why he sleeps in the center of his room, because, like, he feels trapped if he's up against a wall, right? If a ghost popped into his room, he needs every direction to escape to get away from the ghost. So yeah, definitely next up we need to get table and chair. Yeah, see, like if the ghost started phasing through the wall here and popped out there, and your bed was right here, boom, you're just ghosted. But if you're in the center, you can see the ghost coming and or hear them coming through the wall, and then you could wake up and like run away from the ghost. And then, like, let's say the ghost was coming through the door, well, you back off, and then you lead the ghost over here, and then you juke him and run around this side, and then there you go, you're out of there. The ultimate ghost defense. It is indeed October. It's a pretty good month. I like October mainly because it starts finally getting cold where I live, and like the temperatures start actually going down. He was embarrassed at the lack of chairs. Dude, this guy's fucking sitting there and he's like, I went off to become a Sigma male. I don't have any chairs, dude. Imagine if they found out. They fucking laugh at me. Oh god, I know it. I need to make some chairs. But he just doesn't make any chairs, even though he's embarrassed by it and thinks that he really needs to have a chair. He's just like, well, I mean, I need a chair, and god, everyone would fucking laugh at me if they knew I didn't have a chair. But I'm not gonna make a chair. Phasmophobia, that bitch. I don't know, like, Phas is okay, but it's only really, like, I don't know, Phas, to me, like, the gameplay loop isn't that deep and complex, you know? So, like, it's cool and it's fun to mess around with for, like, 30 to 60 minutes, but then it's like, eh. Phasmophobia clone, but Ghostbusters. There you go. Now you're onto something. Alright, so now that you're not busy, go ahead and make yourself a throne and a table so you can eat and drink at some sort of furniture. Just play Luigi's Mansion. There you go. There you go. Let's work on hauling these stones closer. I'm gonna put my stones, like, right here. That garbage dump is no longer active. So now we can dump everything up here. And then one day he'll dump this fucking stone. It's bothering me that it's right there. I could also auto-dump with DF hack. Which maybe I should do. So I made a Phasmophobia clone that has you exorcise the ghost. Yeah, I'm sure people have made a lot of clones of everything. I'm sure those are a thing all over the place. What's he doing? He's chilling. Just get this stone out. Why won't you haul this stone? I don't understand. Is this his stone? Is that his personal boulder? Is that why it's in his room and he doesn't want to move it? It's not forbidden. I don't know. Very strange. Give you a poltergust. Hell yeah. I made a little bit more progress on the idle game that I was making. I was talking to a friend that about, like, the math aspect of it. So the plan is for the so what I'm gonna do for enemy spawns, right? So as you're increasing the levels and floors and stuff in your house, each floor that's not safe, every like 3 seconds or so will randomly spawn a group of enemies, up to 5 groups on a floor. And, like, the higher the floor, the more, you know, the more difficult the enemies are going to be, like, stat-wise, and how much they give in rewards. But what I was trying to work out is like, I wanted to have it as a sort of like on floor 1, like you get maybe 100% just the basic weakest enemy type, right? On floor 2, maybe that changes to like 99% the weakest enemy and 1% like the next like tier 2 enemy. And then as you go up in floors, it progressively like changes the weighted, you know, the distribution of what chance you have of each type of enemy spawning. So I was working on that, and I was talking to a friend about like how to properly come up with like a math function or something where I can just like plug in the floor number and return like a set of weights for the chances of each enemy type. And he gave me some decent ideas to go with. So eventually what'll happen is like, you know, it shows your floors as your like, and it shows a little graphical like, you know, square. And then inside of that square is going to be a little like sprite for the enemy or something. And so like each group you can like click on and choose which group to fight, because the groups are going to be like a random number of enemies with you know, randomly tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, whatever, however many enemies there are. There's someone that will play the game and never encounter anything but the basic enemy. Yes. I suppose. Perhaps. But it's going to be like on floor 20 or something, you stop running into, or floor 10 or, you know, whatever. You stop running into tier 1 enemies. Like the chance of them appearing will approach 0. And then the chance of tier 2 and 3 and 4 enemies will go up, and then eventually tier 2 enemies will kind of stop showing up, you know. And then of course there's going to be those like idle game machine things you can build to like influence, oh, I want this type of enemy. Like maybe you can build an expensive machine that filters it to a specific like only tier 1 enemies will spawn on this floor, like no matter what. And so that way, you know, you can affect the things that way, so you can only fight the enemies you want to. There will be machines where you can filter out specific types of resources, because enemies will basically spawn that drop a type of resource. So you'll have like, you know, gold enemies that they drop the gold resource when you kill them, etc. And there will be machines you can build to sort of like filter out, you know, or attract certain material enemies more often and stuff like that, to help like customize, you know, and get the exact type of enemies you want showing up. There'll be all that kind of stuff eventually, but for now it's just a simple thing. But yeah, it's getting there a little bit. Just working on it here and there on the sides. Nah, it'll be really straightforward, especially code-wise. It'll be easy. I wish I could expel the outpost liaison. I think this cat is a new migrant. We had a kitten migrate. Okay, his stress is still fine. We'll have him finish engraving his bedroom. Here's something to think about. We can get raided, and we're gonna need a way to sort of defend ourselves from raiders. I think what I should do is build a drawbridge for now, so we can just shut them out and ignore them, because we can't fight an army as one dude. Like, that's just not gonna happen. So at first we're gonna just have like a bridge set up, but eventually we can set up maybe some traps and stuff and kind of like lure them through a hallway where they get rocks dropped on their head or whatever. It's just gonna take a long time to set up as one dude, you know? So we may just have the panic button, pull the drawbridge up, and then just not even deal with it and wait for them to leave. I don't know. It's gonna be tough setting up stuff like that with just like one dwarf. But we'll figure it out eventually, I'm sure. The kitten is the only good migrant, yeah. Alright, well, we're getting somewhere. Alright, he's almost got a nice, smooth bedroom. And then once he's done with that, we want to put the kittens in here. Almost as smooth as his brain, yeah. Or as some people's brains, yeah. Got him. All right. Food is not going to be a problem for a long time. One dwarf does not consume very much. Okay, kittens and cats have been put on the food pile. There we go. He did finally haul that stone out of his bedroom. Proud of him. Work on clearing out this room and make it into a nice big dining room. We're gonna put his fucking table and chair right in the center. Like, right here is gonna be table and chair. There you go. Table, direct center, and the throne is gonna be here so we can stare at the door in case anybody comes in. There we go. Dwelling upon being knocked out, yeah, so eventually he should forget about all the stuff and stop reliving things and everything. So that should be fine. Is there an internet mod for this? Wait, for what? What do you mean? What you talking about? Oh, no. No. Modding this game is not very complex or in-depth, because there's no, like, formal mod API for it. It would be fucking awesome if one day, they add a modding API. But at the moment, there's no point in having... Now, there is a mod for multiplayer, where you can, or like, kind of, not really multiplayer, but like remote play, where you can have a server running, like, running a fortress, and you can, like, access that and play the game from, like, a remote destination. And I think multiple people could technically connect at the same time, but that might break things. But there is that, you know, I don't know. But there's not, like, stuff that adds, like, tons of new functionality or anything to this game, because it's just almost impossible to do at the moment. I do really hope that one day they add an API for modding or something, or, like, integrate DF Hack officially and, like, turn that into, like, a sort of modding API thing and flesh it out. That would be awesome. And then people could, like, beyond just editing the raws, people could, like, actually program in, you know, new things that you can actually, so you can add, like, your own new skills, you know, whatever you can think of would be pretty epic. But that's a lot of work, and it's not work that gets the main game done. So if they ever do add something like that to Dwarf Fortress, it's not going to be for a long time, I think. Meeting hall. There we go. There is the Sigma males dining hall. Just a single table and chair in the center of a giant room. Beautiful. Winter is upon you. We got plenty of stockpile stuff for the winter, so we're totally fine with that. But yeah, now we have to think about drawbridge. Let's go ahead and build ourselves a drawbridge that raises to the right. Yeah, like, it doesn't have to be 3 wide. We just need multiple tiles wide so we can see visibly if it's up or down. So we'll put a drawbridge, like, right here. Out of... I don't think magma proof really matters. We're not going to get, like, demons or whatever coming up on it. So it's not going to melt. So we need to make sure we build that bridge at some point. And then we're going to need... We're going to need a workshop for... mechanics workshop, I think? So we can make ourselves some mechanisms to make a lever to make the bridge go up and down. Well, dwarves really enjoy being underground, and mining is like their life, their entire purpose and existence is to mine. So I think the reason dwarves, like, universally will become happier when they're mining and, like, less stressed is because it gives their life meaning. I think it's less sadistic and more, like, transcendent. Like, this is what I was meant to do and I am doing it. You know? It's like, it's almost like, I would say it's akin to, like, how people feel about, like, religion and everything, and, like, how religion gives you, you know, that, like, that's how you derive meaning. I think for dwarves, mining is part of their, like, religious beliefs or something. Like, it's a core fundamental aspect of them. I mean, I guess. But to dwarf, it's just like diggy diggy hole. Yay! Alright, so his stress is going back up. I don't know if it's gonna be, if it's because of the whole, like, dwelling upon stuff and everything is why his stress just is slowly going back up over time. Hopefully eventually it stabilizes. I think ultimately because he's alone, he's probably gonna end up garnering stress because he's not getting a lot of, like, social needs fulfilled. You just got diggy diggy hold. Got him. Okay, the workshop is done, so we need 2 mechanisms. And then we need to put a lever for this bridge. I don't know where it should go, maybe, like, right here, because this is a sort of central area to our fortress right now, so maybe, like, in here so we can get to it from anywhere reasonably fast. So build T, no, big T, and then little L. And then... Oh, we're not done with the mechanism. Okay, we gotta wait. Whatever happened to Yogscast? Like, do they exist? Do they still make content? I remember watching the stuff back when, like, Diggy Diggy Hole and, like, when Terraria, like, version... Like, when it came out, when Terraria first released, I remember watching Yogscast because they're how I found Terraria in the first place. But I stopped watching them very, like, within about a year or two of Terraria first releasing, I think is when I stopped watching them. So that was like late 2000s, early 2010s or something. I don't remember exactly. They are still around? Okay. They're like the main dudes, the Simon and Lewis, right? Is that their names? Those guys are still, like, doing their thing and, like, doing stuff together, or... Because I know a lot of YouTubers who have been around for a while, like, that are in groups, they often end up splitting, and, like, the group just falls apart over the years. Spiffing Brit is part of it now? Yo. Spiffing Brit's cool. I like him a lot. I think Brit used to, like, mentioned the Yogscast in his videos and stuff. Maybe eventually, because he mentioned them, he just, like, got in touch and then they started doing stuff. That's cool. What kind of content do they make? Do they still make, like, gameplay stuff? They have a website? Oh shit, really? Like their own entire fucking brand website and everything? That's pretty cool. What? Where did my animals just go? They just scattered. Oh, there's an echidna. Well, he said he likes giant echidnas. Will he still like regular echidnas too? I don't think we can send him out specifically to capture it. I think we have to get it to walk into a cage, but I mean, well, it's not. I think it's the eagle woman, because I see on the wild unit list there is an eagle woman about. I really need to get these animals inside. Honestly, that's what I need to do here. So let's we need to dig a goose room. So maybe right behind our bedroom here, we dig out another 5x5 room just to make sure they have some space, and then we put the geese in here, and then build their nest boxes and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of like Bird Person or whatever from fucking Rick and Morty. I was bored last night / this morning, and so I hadn't watched Rick and Morty since like I think season 2 or something, and I just sat around watching some of it because I was like, you know what, I'm curious where the show has gone. I haven't seen it in forever, so I just like watched a bunch of Rick and Morty. It kind of hasn't changed all that much. They've really, like, they found their formula and just sort of stuck with it. Okay, you got the animals back in record time. That's good. But yeah, we want to move at least the geese indoors. I don't really care about the yaks so much. I'm gonna butcher them eventually. Dude, what the fuck? The yaks just keep running away. All right. New plan of action. Ignore yak. Just let him be. Do your dig. There you go. All right. So yeah, we'll get the... As soon as we dig this room out, we'll just put the geese in there. Yes, I have 300 IQ. I watched Rick and Morty. My brain expanded. The 300 IQ thing is just so funny because the entire fucking show is just hee-hee poo-poo fart joke interlaced with like random like quote unquote ironic, like I don't know if it's them like calling it like, oh, this is an allegory for whatever, like kind of thing, like as like a joke, but then at the same time like I think they're also being serious. It's so silly. It's, you know, it's a decent show for what it is, but I think one big problem with adult animations is that fucking everyone, like, Rick and Morty wasn't an original concept in terms of like, we're gonna make an adult cartoon where instead of being kids stuff, it's adult stuff and people die and they make inappropriate jokes. Like, it's not a new concept, and I think a lot of people who don't like it are probably just tired of the you know, tired of that kind of thing, because a lot of adult animation is very same. Like, a lot of it doesn't try anything new, and it's like ironic, self-aware, you know, whatever kind of shit. And it's like, yeah, I can understand getting tired of that. Did I hear your fart joke? Hee hee, poo poo, fart, funny. But you know, it's all right. I think that definitely though, they, as throughout like season 3 and 4, it really like it. I don't know. It feels like you're watching the same exact thing as like like it hasn't evolved. Like, some shows will typically sort of like start changing over time and like doing new things and stuff with their format, but Rick and Morty is just kind of like the same thing season after season. Like, they try to push the characters to, like, you know, grow in terms of the narrative and the story and stuff, and like the characters have change that kind of happens, but ultimately like the premise and everything, like what happens in the show, doesn't really evolve that much, I think. I don't know. It's a bit weird. You'd think like after a few years they would do something with it that was like, I don't know. I think they've pigeonholed themselves with Rick and Morty. Like, they can't really take them in a direction that is different from the formula, because the only reason people watch it is because like it's this, you know, takes itself seriously but doesn't, makes poo poo fart joke but also is like ironic self-aware, too smart for you kind of jokes. And it's like, I don't know, I don't think they can really do anything with it besides just the same thing they've been doing. But, you know, we'll see if it, because it's probably going to keep going, right? Like, what is it, 5 seasons now or something? I don't think it's going to end soon. Yeah, dude, self-aware fart joke. There you go. That's Rick and Morty. Just one long self-aware fart joke. That's the entire series. It's also interesting, like, how quickly people, like, you don't really hear about Rick and Morty anymore. Maybe it wasn't quick, but I feel like because of the gap in seasons, because I think, like, back when season 1 came out, that was a while ago. I don't know. I feel like there was a bigger gap than usual between seasons for Rick and Morty than there typically is for TV shows. But maybe I'm just wrong and I'm misremembering time. But it's weird because it feels like people sort of dropped it quickly. Like, you remember the whole hubbub about that new MLP cartoon, the My Little Pony stuff that happened like back in 2011, 2012 and everything, when that was like the biggest shit on the block and like the internet just exploded and everyone was like, I fucking love horses. But you remember how that was like, that was super huge and that was like a big thing and everybody was like into it, and there was like shit on 4chan and stuff, and there was like, it was all over the place and people were going crazy. And then a few years later, like, you just stopped hearing about it, and people just kind of settled back into their little pockets of the internet and stuff. It feels like Rick and Morty did that, but quicker. Because, like, people were really fucking losing their shit over it, and there was the fucking Szechuan sauce and all that everything, and then it just kind of, like, nobody cares anymore. I don't know. It's interesting. Like, and that kind of happens with everything. And I guess it's mostly just media, and social media and stuff. When you watch NFL, you see ads for new Simpsons, Family Guy, and American Dad. Yeah, and I don't think you really see a lot of ads either for Rick and Morty, like you do for those network TV shows. Although, then again, I guess it's hard to advertise Rick and Morty compared to those things, because it's more like, say bad word, and advertisers and platforms and stuff don't really like that kind of thing. But, even then, like, I feel like you don't have as much, you know, there's just not as much consciousness about it anymore. Like, people were super into it because they were like, wow, dude, it's Rick and Morty, whoa! And then it just kind of, like, dropped off. It's still, you know, it's still going. They made a season 5. I don't know how long ago that was, but it's got 5 seasons, so I mean, it's still a thing, I guess, but it's just interesting how that kind of stuff works with TV and everything. I guess it's like, most of the audience and stuff is just people who are just sitting there turning on the TV and like flipping through stuff. Although that is changing with the internet, but you're 90% sure it was a fever dream. Yeah, there you go. But you know, I mean, I think it'll be interesting to see it, like, if they ever give it like a narrative like line. I remember they did that thing with the whole evil Morty or whatever, and I think they did more with that later, or like recently, so there's actually like more of a plot. And on some of the episodes I watched, they actually do keep continuity with so the, you know, the show's presented episodically and everything, but stuff that happens in previous episodes then becomes established, like, and they mention it in the later episodes and stuff. So like something will happen, like the fucking, they fucking, you know, they do, like, there was this one fucking episode where they made, like, I don't know, some fucking shit, and then like later on they reference that like the characters will mention doing that. So at least, I mean, as far as that goes, I think that, like, compared to a lot of shows like, say, Archer or something, in terms of adult animation, where, from what I remember of Archer, it doesn't have a ton of continuity. Like, it's mostly episodic, but then there's, like, a little bit of stuff here and there. Like, it's at least somewhat different than most of the other shows that you can find, where at least they attempt to remember what happened in the show. But, you know, it's still pretty just whatever. Arthur? Yeah. Good old Arthur, the adult animation about the aardvark. I remember watching Arthur a little bit when I was a kid. I think the one I watched more was Hey Arnold, the fucking football-shaped head kid. I remember that show was liking that one when I was a kid. What else did I like? I remember when I was really young, like a baby, like 4 or 5 years old. I vaguely remember watching a lot of Barney, the dinosaur. And I remember my parents telling me a while later, because I don't remember this happening, but when I was like in a stroller and stuff, we went to Six Flags, like, or whatever, with my brothers and stuff, and they were pushing me around in my stroller and everything, and I had this like Barney plush doll, and I ended up like losing it somehow. Like, I think we lost it at the park somewhere, and I just would not stop crying because it was gone. But yeah, I was like super into that as a baby, and then when I was a kid, I liked watching, you know, like fucking Hey Arnold and stuff like that. I remember watching Doug a couple times, but like forgetting what it was, and like Doug didn't really last that long, and I only saw a couple episodes. Dragons have invaded Dave & Buster's. What is that? Is that an advertisement you just got? I went to Dave & Buster's a few years ago. When I was working at the carnival ride thing, me and the friend I was working with, we had, like, in between events, because we would travel around California a little bit and go to different cities to do, to put up the rides and stuff for his dad. And I think when we went to Oregon, we would do a circuit up there, and we'd have some, like, downtime between events, like a few days here and there. We actually, I think we went to like it was either Dave & Buster's or it was something else, like some random arcade, because we were like bored and wanted to go check it out. I can't remember where it was, but I think I went to something like that like once, and it was like, yeah, it's all right. So yeah, I don't think his arm is going to get any better. He is reliving stuff, yeah, so, dwelling upon enduring the decay of a friend, yeah, so that kind of stuff is going to keep him down. He's going to keep accumulating stress because of that. But eventually, it should go away. Now, I don't know if these corpses ever vanish. I don't know if these continue to decay, or if these are just going to be skeletons sitting here for eternity. Because we might want to put them in a coffin or something so he doesn't have to, like, look at them. I don't know. I feel like that might be a good idea. Also, why am I smoothing out the goose enclosure? I don't know what I'm doing. I guess it's experience for his engraving. He's level 1. He's kind of getting there. He's doing a little bit. Oh. What? Oh, some events are happening, like, off screen. Okay. Some people got appointed to positions and all that. Alright, that doesn't matter. We're fine. It doesn't really affect us. At least right now. Oh, build T, big T, little L. Build our lever. Never did that. I'm gonna build it right here. Oh, you know what? We're gonna need one more, because we need a mechanism to build the lever, and then we need 2 mechanisms to hook it up to the bridge. So So let's make one more rock mechanism. Finally tried Mountain Dew Kickstart. What, like Mountain Dew's on a Kickstarter? What? I haven't heard of Kickstart. Is that like an energy drink, Mountain Dew? I try not to drink too much soda, personally, because it's like, it's bad for your teeth, it's bad for your weight, it's just bad for everything. It tastes good, but it's like, gotta try not to have too much of it. It's way too much sugar, like insane amount of sugar in soda. It's so ridiculous. There are some good sodas though that don't have added sugars. I've had this one called like I-Z-Z-E, like Fizz or so, I don't know, whatever. But I had that one once, and it's like they only use the fruit juice that they put in the soda to flavor it or to sweeten it, and so it doesn't have added corn syrup and sugar. And that one was actually really good. Okay, so saying the word fucking and cherry together is like, it thinks you're talking about like, you know, virginity or something. I don't fucking know. There you go. Silly auto mod. The fruit punch flavor just tasted like cherry. Okay, yeah. I mean, to be fair, a lot of the flavors that you're getting out of standard sodas and stuff, and just like processed foods in general, is we chemically engineered a taste to, you know, so it's like you're not getting like a bunch of fruit juice mixed together to make a fruit punch. You're just getting like, here's some chemicals that taste kind of like a fruit punch, I guess. Here you go. Automod is so strange. I still don't understand the like racial slur it detected earlier. Like, I don't know. It's so weird. But I mean, you know, having automod at least kind of helps, and just leave it on in case, you know, for actual racial slurs and not like weird random ones that it decided to come up with. We can, you know, just leave those not enabled. Oh yeah, there you go. See, that's the other part, right? You get soda and it like doesn't even have fucking fruit juice in it at all. It's like 5% juice or less. And it's like, what's the point? What am I drinking? See, that's what I like about the Is soda. I think those ones were also like just, you know, a huge percentage of it was juice because that's how they flavored it. It's 70% juice and then sparkling water, which is not juice, so, you know. But yeah, so it's just like, it's carbonated juice. But it's really good. Now, if you're used to regular soda and you drink Is, it can taste weird because it's not as sweet since they don't add separate sugar. It's just sweetened with the fruit juice that's in it. So it doesn't taste nearly as sweet as a regular soda. And so like the first time you drink it, if you're just used to regular sodas, you're going to be like, this is gross. But if you can, you know, modulate your taste buds or something and just like keep drinking or drink stuff, like get used to things that aren't as sweet, it's actually really good. I like it. You know, I used to really have a huge sweet tooth, and I still kind of do. But after like drinking beer for a while, because I got into because you know, especially working the Carnival Red thing, we would just like we'd work for 12 hours a day, and then we'd go back to the hotel room, crack open a cold beer, drink a beer, and go to bed. Like that was like it's beyond, like the taste of a beer is not good, but like having a cold beer after like really long day of standing around and like physical labor and being tired is like, it's good. And I can really understand how people like after like kind of experiencing that, I can definitely start to understand like how people can sort of fall into like, you know, addiction and routine and stuff with it, because it's like it just like the sensation that you get from getting like a very minor buzz and everything is sort of relaxing, and especially after like being stressed out and like working and stuff like that, it's just like, you know, I get it, I can understand it. But you know, after drinking beer for a while, I've gotten a lot more like of an acquired taste for bitter things. And they aren't quite as unappealing to me anymore. So stuff that's like like less sweetened sodas and everything is like totally fine by me because my mouth is used to it. It can handle the more bitter things and not get too upset. But you know, there you go. Well, our dude is doing it. So this is kind of what I figured was going to happen, is progress is going to be very slow. The problem with one dwarf is that... Oh, you know what? We need to plant some stuff, I just realized, because our food... Or drink. We need to make sure we keep up with drinks, and we need to have some crops going for that. I think I might move my food stockpile over here. But my crops are going to be out here, and I don't really have... I could maybe get this water from the pond, and... Or I could just go down a layer and just let it out to make mud. Actually, that's a good idea. And then I could just build a roof over this once we drain the pond. One of the side stickers on a Lego set has the set number on it. Nice. What does the set number mean? I forget. Alright, let's stop smoothing. Our brain is smooth enough. And what we need to do is... Okay, so here's the plan, I think. We want to be able to farm when we're under siege and stuff. I'm thinking what we're going to do is sort of break into this area and let the water in. And let it just flood and dry up. I don't know how big of an area we're gonna need, but like that should be plenty, honestly. There's not that much water here. So if we do this, and then we start breaking some of the wall tiles, the water will flood in here. Maybe add one more like that. Lego set say, oh, okay, yeah, gotcha. Let's extend it some more. I think I want to add a staircase maybe like right here or something. Or where should we access the food? Yeah, I mean, I could just do it over here. No, I don't know where I want my staircase to be. Tough decision, you know? Because it really matters a lot where I put the stupid staircase. Alright, dig... downstairs. Let's just put it right here. Upstairs. There we go. Actually, let's do up down in case we want to like extend this underground further. So we'll do that. So let's have him clear this out, and then we can just let the water in and build a roof. And we can use wood or something to like, we can cut some wooden blocks to, and then just cover this up. And what that means is over here we can grow above ground crops as well, because it'll be exposed to the, it'll have been exposed to the sky at some point, so it counts as outdoor tiles. And when you construct stuff over it, it still is outdoors. So we could even grow our outdoor crops down here and have no issue with that. You're out of work. Well, that sounds pretty good. Like, you mean out of work as in you have finished working for the day? Like a good thing? Or out of work as in you are now unemployed and are looking for work, which is kind of a bad thing. I don't know if I should celebrate that or not. Because I could be like, yeah, wow, awesome, dude. And then you're like, wow, thanks a fucking lot. I got fired today. Okay, cool. There you go. Sounds good. We are just chilling here with our Sigma mail. If you got fired, you'd still celebrate. All right, fair enough. I don't know. I mean, things are rough lately. Getting fired can be kind of bad, especially when there's, you know, a lot of problems going on with employment and everything because of the whole pandemic and all that. Yes, this is an singular dwarf. We got Mr. Big Shot here. His profession is Sigma. He is a professional Sigma, and he murdered his 6 Embark partners, and then now he's just living a life alone.
Right now we're trying to carve out a little space here to make some mud and get some farmland going that we can sort of protect in case invaders show up. Yes, Dwarf Fort, singular. Exactly. You're getting it. You know what I should have done? I should have looked through the dwarves we got on the Embark and picked one in particular that had good likes, like someone who liked a type of alcohol or something that we can make easily. Because this guy, he likes Longland beer, and I haven't seen any Longland grass or anything outside to like make the beer from. So I'm not sure how we're gonna get him his favorite beer. Yeah, we also could have been a bit more choosy on someone who prefers being isolated or something. I don't know if dwarves can have that very easily, but that would have been a good idea as well. You muted and forgot. Welcome back, Spooky. How's it going? All right, so we have some new migrants coming in. We have an active meeting area here, so hopefully they just walk over here and we can expel them. Here we have the corpses of our initial party. I don't know what you're doing, but get out right now. Oh, they're going for the dining hall, I think. All right, because the dining hall is also a meeting room. You are expelled. You are expelled. Everybody leave. Oh, you know what we need to do? If I restart real quick, we can set it just so we don't get migrant waves anymore by having a max population of 1. I think. Or at least the migrant waves that show up will be empty, hopefully. Because we can set like a strict population cap of 1. Leave them in a burrow until they starve. Well, that's the problem, is we could do that, but then we have ghosts everywhere, and then this guy will just go insane and then we lose. So it's like, I'm expelling them because I don't want to deal with making more slabs. We already had to make 6 engraved slabs in here because we were getting haunted by these guys. So... I just don't want to get haunted, you know? Force goblins to go berserk? I don't think so. I don't think goblins have, like, stress levels and stuff. I don't think that is simulated for, like, invaders or anything. There you go, buddy. Alright, so just let that happen. I guess we can carve this out as it gets easier to move through here. Make a nice big area. Oh, this is like the perfect size. Yeah, there we go. This will be good. And we just gotta roof it off and we're set. Okay, some of these may not get muddy because I let the water out too far, but hopefully he can mine this out before it all dries up. Yeah, these corners may not get muddy, but that's okay. Such is life. We can start hauling the stone out of here. This will be a sort of long-term job. These random... See, that's the thing I hate about migrant waves, is they bring random animals. I kind of want to disable those. So let me save the game and restart real quick. Lazy Noob Pack, we can just enforce like a 1 population cap and then we're done. Okay, so there we go. Quit. And close Dwarf Therapist. So options, pop cap 1, strict cap 1. Yeah. Yeah. All right, there we go. No old school room world cheese. Yeah. No. Unfortunate, but such is life. All right, continue playing. There we go. Alrighty. So now we have a strict cap of 1 dwarf. And so we should never get... any migrant wave that shows up should now just be, like, empty. Because I think migrant waves in general can still like show up, but then it just says like, it just, nobody's there. I set the population cap to 1, so we can never exceed 1 maximum dwarf. So that way, if the game tries to give us migrants, it'll check the pop cap and be like, oh, we can't give you anymore. Yeah, so that should help where we don't really have to deal with expelling migrants all the time. It should just be like, nobody will show up and it'll just be this guy. Also, before we forget, let's link up the bridge here. So that way it's actually a functional lever and we can protect ourselves. We also need to roof this over. Let's make 40 blocks or something. And use those. No. I had to restart because it's like, it's something that gets set before you launch the game. We only have 22 areas to fill, so I don't need quite that many blocks. How's his masonry skill? It's oh, it's level 2. Okay, he's getting some experience here and there. Oh, the rain is good too. That'll help ensure that all of this turns into mud or soil. Oh, this is already soil. Okay, we don't have to worry about that. That's good. I wish you could use wheelbarrows with dumping stock or dumping zones, so we could like pick up all the stone and just put it in there. Duke Nukem emote. That's not Duke Nukem. I don't know how to tell you this, but that's Guile from Street Fighter. I hate to break it to you. There you go. Now you've realized. Nah, you're fine. I mean, the only thing that sets him apart is the haircut. Your age is showing, young man. I mean, technically, Duke Nukem and they're both old characters, so I mean, I don't know which one came first. Probably Guile, but at the yeah, it would have been Guile first, yeah, because the arcade cabinets were around, you know, a little while before 3D shooters. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I'm stupid. Of course, Guile was around first. Last Nukem game? Oh, okay. I need to get rid of these fucking farm animals. I have way too many. We need to build a butchery thing. Alright, what am I gonna do with the kitchen and stuff? I think I'm gonna put food and kitchen things over here. Off from our single-person dining room. And then I'm gonna dig an opening in the back of the kill box. The kill zone. Street Fighter's still sort of relevant. Duke Nukem died in forever. Oh yeah. Fucking killed him. Rip that guy. Very unfortunate, but such is life. Okay, so now build C, floor, big C, and then little f for floor. And then we can build the floor here out of blocks. And then build floor here out of blocks. Perfect. There we go. So now we'll cover that up. And then I'll probably dig out some more of the floor just to make it like a nice even shaped area that we can plant surface crops. And then we'll need to set up some crops soon to make sure that when our drink does start getting low, we can replenish it, no problem. I'm here to kick gum and eat ass, and I'm all out of gum. basically. Dude, whatever happened to Rage comics? Where did those memes go? I mean, memes in general are kind of dumb, right? Because it's just like, here is a funny reference to something, hee hee. Like, they're all just in-jokes. They're not actual humor. It's just like, it's like when you watch a TV show and instead of writing a joke, they just, it's like Family Guy, right? Where they're like, hey, remember that one time that reference to this thing? And then they show you a reference to that thing, and the entire thing just hinges on pointing at it and going, I get it! I know that reference! So, I mean, that's all the memes are, you know? Really. Yes. It's just an idea that spreads and is widely recognized or whatever. I don't know, some vague definition. But at the same time, they can be really funny. It just depends, right? Like, it definitely heavily depends. First meme was from World War II. I think the sort of like the concept of a mimetic thing, we've had stuff like that forever. There have been things like that, I'm sure, all throughout history. Like, for, you know, I bet you could go back to the, you know, because the culture of Rome and Greece and everything back in the day was like pretty advanced for everything. You know, they had a lot of, I almost guarantee you they had something along those lines of like a widely known persistent like cultural joke or something that just, you know, spread. The first caveman who invented taxes and brain him with a rock. Well, see, the cavemen didn't invent taxes. That's something you only have to go back a few hundred years to brain someone over. Like, maybe Middle Ages or something, I don't know. Or like when monarchies were being a thing. Let's go brain the king. Just hit him in the face. The Greeks had tax? Oh, well, never mind. All right, you're gonna have to go way back. Whenever the first, like, civilized society with a currency system, I'm sure. Or something. Although, then again, yeah, I guess... Because, like, the concept of taxes is just, I'm allowing you to exist, so give me stuff in return for that. Or something, you know. I'm sure the concept of it has been around. Yeah. But see, the act of you going back in time and killing that dude is now going to split the timeline where now we are aware that time travel is possible, and so the cavemen are going to start, like, developing anti-time travel measures. And so you're going to, like, you go back in time to, like, do the thing, but then you just get hit in the head with a club, and they're like, yeah, we fucking got him, dude. That crazy guy with the time travel was going to kill our friend. We killed him, yeah. And then, like, you know, you don't want to get involved in time travel. It never ends well. And then it's like, for example, you go back, let's say that you invent time travel, and you go back in time and you say, okay, if I kill Hitler before Hitler rises to power, I can save everyone. And so you go back in time and you kill Hitler. But that you have no fucking idea what that does to the timeline, and maybe something insane happens. So then you have to go back in time to stop yourself from killing Hitler. And then... Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like going back in time to, like, prevent something from happening never ends well. Go back to the 20s and make the word poggers relevant. Okay, see, now that's a good one. If you're gonna go back in time and mess with the timeline, go back in time and, like, just invent something early and just see what happens, you know? Like, take credit for something, go invest in stocks and become a bajillionaire. Yeah, exactly. Just, you know, you don't even have to write books yourself. You can take published work from now, go back in time with it, insert the word poggers or stuff. You could take, oh my god, you guys know Chuck Tingle? The guy who writes, like, those random books that are just, like, memes? And the title of the books are some variation on "I was pounded in the ass by insert object here." take Chuck Tingle books back in time and release, like, publish Chuck Tingle books in, like, the 1800s or something. This thing, this thing decided to leave the water and walk on land. Yeah, you gotta go all the way back to when we first started evolving to become humans. Just prevent the human evolution from even happening. That's where it all went wrong. The religion of Chuck Tingle. Exactly. You don't even, like, instead of doing it yourself and, like, getting, because the stuff that he writes is going to be very blasphemous and everything, unless you go back, like, well before any sort of, you know, Catholic control and stuff like that, or, like, religion being, like, a big deal and stuff, which is, I don't know if that's going to work. But either way, so you go back in time, and instead of you publishing the books, you physically drop a copy of Chuck Tingle's book, and, like, you just you just, like, drop it out of the sky on some fucking dude's head, and he's like, God? And then he looks at the book and he's like, what? Like, you just imagine having no framework for this, and a book from God just drops on you, and it's like, as far as you can tell, this is a divine event that God has manifested his will, his testament, and his testament is pounded in the butt by, like, the physical manifestation of my taxes or something. And it's like, what am I reading? Yeah, no, if you start going back in time and altering the timeline and stuff, people will become aware that time travel is possible, and they will also develop a desire to stop it from happening. So it's gonna end up devolving into, like, we have these time travelers, we must stop them. How do we stop them? It was me. I pissed my pants 3 days ago. Or, but your pants, but you're me, and I'm you. Just go back in time and fuck with yourself. There you go. Just keep it localized. You want a Chuck Tingle book now. You can get them on Amazon. If you want one, go get one. They are available. Okay, remove the ramps. Yo! Yeah, they're on Amazon. He is a published author. You can go acquire his books. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But see, that's why you have to be prepared for it mentally, right? Like, you have to understand from a young age that, like, how time travel could potentially work, and accept that, like, okay, if I see myself, it's time travel, and I you know, whatever. And then, like, that way you're ready, and you don't, like, freak out on yourself or anything. The best one? Dude, I don't know. I never read any of them. I just know they exist. Just do a browse through his catalog of writing and just see which title, like, jumps out to you, and just read that one. Like, there's ones about getting pounded in the butt by, like, dinosaurs and, like, human dinosaurs or whatever. There's ones about getting pounded in the butt by, like, concepts that aren't real, but they have a physical manifestation of this concept, and then it pounds them in the butt. You know, there's other ones about getting pounded in the butt by, like, just people, I think, just like random famous celebrities or something. And that inherently means that you know in the future you're going to decide to fuck with yourself. Well, yes, like, I would do that. Like, I know that if I ever get access to time travel, I will go back in time. And I know this because when I was younger, I was like, okay, I really would, like, going back in time is fucking poggers, dude. Future me is such an asshole. Yeah, there you go. Pounded in the butt by my future self. I'm sure that exists. I'm sure that is a Chuck Tingle novel. He probably has, like, several levels of recursion on some novel, too, where it's like, you know, whatever. I can almost guarantee you that exists. In fact, I'm gonna look it up right now. Not only that, we have Pounded in the Butt by My Own Butt. See, now we're reaching levels of like, this is so high concept that like it's like underflowed and it's low concept, but like there's no category for this. It is so meta. There's also a book just called Space Raptor Butt Invasion. You can go for that one. Oh, here's one. I freed this handsome cargo ship from the Suez Canal, and now he's stuck in my butt. That is a Chuck Tingle novel. We have a book called Not Pounded by My Book, Pounded in the Butt by My Non-Fungible Tingler, that is literally this NFT because of the current catastrophic environmental and ethical impact. Like, fucking Chuck Tingle novels are just another level. I don't understand where this came from, how it started, or what's going on. I think the author of the books is some person who like made up a story about how they're publishing their father's writing, and this is like his life dream was to become a published author, and their father is writing these books, but it's like, you're fucking, you have to be fucking with us. Like, there's no way that this is someone's dad writing this. This has to be somebody who's like 20 or 30. No, I don't think it's money laundering. I don't think it's that. I'm pretty sure it's like, because if it was money laundering, I don't think the books would be $2.99, right? Like, if it's money laundering, they would be doing like 10 to 15 bucks a book or something, right? Like other typical book prices. And it would be, you know, whatever. I mean, I guess it is just on Kindle, but for some of these, but either way. What I believe it is, I think it's a meme that they're doing for fun. That they just like, it's fun to write dumb shit. Like, I've written dumb shit before. It's fun. Like, it's fun to do. And I can completely see them just doing it as a meme and just doing it because they're bored and want something to do on the side. And people do buy the books. So like, they are technically making money off of it. And they're also like having fun. So I mean, you know. One of your friends got stoned and then wrote an essay on communism. Exactly, right? Like, you can just, writing stuff that you think is funny, or like writing stuff in a funny way or whatever, like not taking it seriously, it's fun to do. It's fun to just write stuff and not like think about it too hard and just do it. Yeah, no, a bunch of his books are only $2.99 because they're like Kindle, they're ebooks, right? You're not getting like a physical paperback copy. But I think some of his older books have paperbacks. I don't know. Let's click on Chuck Tingle and see how many books he even has. Visit Amazon's Chuck Tingle page. Holy shit! He has a book? Oh my god, this is such a fucking, like, huge brain meme. So, hey, he's been writing these, like, pounded in the butt and, like, gay and stuff like that books for a long time. He has a book that he wrote in May 2021 just called Straight. And that's the title of the book. Like, no, like, really long, funny title. It's just called Straight. And the description of the book is, oh, it might not even be a meme. This might be like an actual legit novel. It's hard to tell. Oh no, it's okay. It's definitely a meme. All right, so here's the premise of the book, right? Straight by Chuck Tingle. When a strange tear in the cosmos appears within Earth's annual path, the consequences are disastrous. For one night a year, the vast majority of humans now undergo a frightening mental change, transforming into hateful, rage-fueled zombies who will stop at nothing to satiate their desire for brutality. While not much is understood about this horrific mass hysteria, the demographic it affects is very specific: cisgender straight people. A few years after the first of these tragic events, 4 friends from across the queer spectrum look for safety and solitude, hunkering down in a remote desert cabin for what is now known as Saturation Day. With a vaccine available for straight people to curb their violent episodes, some predict the worst is over. Others aren't so sure. As night falls, it becomes clear that survival isn't guaranteed this Saturation Day. It's like, it's so fucking ridiculous. It's like they're obviously not serious books. It's just like they're just fucking around. They're just buy that right now. It's $6.99. That one's more expensive. It's actually his most reviewed, and it has 4.8 out of 5 stars with 124 ratings. So it might actually legitimately be a good book along with being a meme. And I think that's why Chuck Tingle is like a good meme. But I don't know. I've never actually read his writing. Some of the reviews are like, a brilliant progression for a promising author. So engaging. Excellent horror. A surprising genre shift, but a heck of a book. And they're all like 5 stars. It's so great. Like, I feel one day I want to sit down and actually read a Chuck Tingle book, because I never have. I feel like they might actually be like decently well written. And that's like part of the meme, is that they're actually like decent books, but just completely ridiculous concepts. The last you read was nowhere near as stupid. Go from one of the most depressing things you've ever read to date to a Chuck Tingle book. Yeah, dude, emotional whiplash, hell yeah. Get it and read it on stream. I mean, we could. I don't think, yeah, we could do like a book reading stream at some point. Send the entire collection back in time. Yes, but send them like scattered across time, right? So just like, you know, make people think that Chuck Tingle is like this interdimensional entity that was like splattered across the vast stretchness of space and time, and like his books just randomly have been distributed throughout time, and people are like piecing it together. And yeah, instead of the Philosopher's Stone, it's the entire like complete collector's set of Chuck Tingle's is it bibliography? What's the word for like a collection of an author's works? There's a word for that. Anthology. There you go. The complete Chuck Tingle anthology. That is the the mysterious. Nah, man, it's great. We'll just go play a big. It's just a prank, dude. It's just a prank. See, this is how you know. Well, actually, you know what? I was gonna say, this is how you know that time travel isn't real, right? Like, if time travel can ever exist, then you would have stuff like this that happens. Because no matter what sort of, like, time travel agency and stuff you try to make to, like, prevent people from interfering with time, it's like an infinite vast stretch of distance over time. Like, you can't really police that, because you would need an infinite number of police at an infinite number of points in time, and like, I guess it depends on how it works, sure, but either way, like, if time travel is real, in the sense that going back in time, like, let's say I go back in time, I would see myself in, like, it's the same timeline, right? Like, if time travel just branches the timeline, then yeah, it could totally be real, we'd never know. But in this current timeline that we're living in, we know it's not real, I think. But as I was saying this, I rethought it, and now I don't know for sure. So my original idea was like, this is how you know time travel's not real, right? Because you would see dumb shit happen. Like, fucking just ridiculous things that are too modern. And then, like, stuff from now, we would have found, like, in the 1700s or something, because somebody thought it would be a funny joke. Like, go back in time and give a warhead to a peasant or some shit. And, like, you know, that kind of stuff would kind of stick around, because it wasn't that long ago. Especially if people brought back, like, physical things, and there'd be no way to, like, perfectly isolate yourself from affecting the timeline and all that. So it's like, we would know. I'm almost certain. Like, there would be some sort of stuff, like the candies. The meme. I don't know if you saw it, but there's some meme where it's like, it shows a guy's hand like outstretched and he's holding those little warhead sour candies. And it says, like, POV, you're a 6th century peasant that I went back in time and I'm offering candy to or something. But, you know. Well, that's the thing, right? And that's what I was thinking about is we have all these stories about aliens, and mythology and religion is a big one. Like, if you think about it, every culture, like everything from the beginning, we have always had religion as some part of humanity, right? Like, religion has always been a thing. So I wonder if religion and like the concepts of gods and everything are actually people, like maybe that is just people who were sufficiently futuristic and completely advanced enough to go back in time and fuck around and just like, hee hee, what if they thought I was God? Smiley face. And like, so Zeus is just some random fucking scientist with a big beard that went back in time and was like, had a god complex for himself and everything. Everyone danced for a week until they died because they were cringe. I don't know. Fucking somebody went back in time with TikTok. That's what happened. See, people are saying like, oh, maybe it's mass hysteria, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. No, somebody went back in time. They fucking, their brains were not prepared to handle TikTok dance video things, right? So they saw the dance video and everybody wanted to make a TikTok dance video because that's like an innate human desire. But their brain, like they didn't have the technology or anything. So the only thing their bodies could do to express it was to physically dance. And there you go. That's what happened. I have solved the mystery. You're welcome. All right. Yes. No, like, because there's a reason that TikTok is super popular, right? Like, there must be some innate thing in our brain that, like, specifically wants to interact with this kind of shit. Otherwise, nobody would care. So, and I think, you know, a lot of the dancing people were children anyway or something. I don't remember actually the details. But, so, you know, obviously what happened is they were exposed to it. You know, minds couldn't handle it. It's kind of like an SCP or something. And there you go. They just fucking broke down and started dancing and died. Well, yeah, it's part of it is fame, of course. You know, people, because people can see what you do on TikTok, and you'll get like, oh, all the likes and stuff give you the dopamine and yada yada yada. Yeah, it's, you know, it's just something like that. But I'm trying to make a meme point here, okay? Stop using your facts and logic. All right, so I cut these out so we had a nice even space of above ground crop space. And then we'll just need to make some more blocks and floor this over. It's just Vine, but shit. Well, if it was shit, I don't think people would use it. Checkmate, atheists. I don't know. It's you know, it's a website. I have actually never physically been on TikTok. The only TikToks I see are like the ones that people post in like Discord or something, like independently as like a little video, and then I watch it there. I don't actually know anything about the website itself, and like I've never used it. Mostly because I'm old, but also because I hate social media. So, you know, it's a little bit column A, a little bit column B. Go back in time and give them a nuke. Well, see, that's too much. Because if you go back in time and give them weaponry, no matter what, if you go back in time and give someone technology, right, they're gonna use it to kill people more efficiently, and you're gonna, like, probably accelerate the death of our species if you do that. Because it's like, we'd have this technology, but we wouldn't have the building blocks to understand it. Like, now, what you could do, what would be the most advantageous thing to do, in terms of human advancement, is to go back in time and teach, like, go back to Rome or Greece or whatever, go find the philosophers, and specifically the ones that were really interested in math, and teach them Maxwell's equations for electricity and stuff, and, like, you know, teach them physics. If you want to do anything productive, if you go back in time, teach old people physics. That's all you gotta do. Because if you give them the basics of physics that we figured out, like, after their time, and just catch them up to speed and like demonstrate it, you know, because you can do simple, you don't even have to be a physics professor, right? Like, there are very simple experiments you can do to show them this stuff, and then you can give them the calculations and say, like, if you want to verify it, here's all you have to do. And a lot of those old philosophers and stuff would be most likely of the mind of, yes, I want to try this out for myself, so I'm going to verify it. Like, they would have that scientific mindset. They would do it, they would realize you're correct, and then you just go from there. And so you could teach them, because, like, the stuff to make a computer, the stuff to make, like, a light bulb, the stuff to make a car, has existed ever since the Earth you know, like for fucking the entire time our species has existed on the planet. All the raw materials have been there. So the only thing that you have to teach them is here's how it works. This describes everything. Here you go, buddy. You know. Now, if you were a bit better at physics, you can even teach them like Einstein's theories of like relativity and stuff like that, and start getting into the concept of the fabric of space-time, and just. But that kind of stuff would get really difficult because you have to sort of frame it in a way that they can understand it, and that's the hard part, right? Like teaching people stuff is very difficult because, for example, like if you're trying to tutor someone on it, like they're trying to write something for English, or they're trying to do like stuff for algebra, and you have already gone through a bunch of English classes, or you've gone through like calculus and you already know all this stuff. The hard part is taking everything you know and framing it in a way that this person who doesn't know what you know can understand and go, oh, okay, I get what you mean. So if you wanted to go back in time and show people this stuff, you're gonna have to figure out what language they're speaking and learn how to convert from what you know into their language, into terms that they would be familiar with, and everything like that. I do only have one dwarf. There he is, Big Shot Sigma Man. The other dwarf you might see wandering around, that's the outpost liaison. He doesn't do any work. He just kind of stands around until the caravan leaves. He's just a diplomat that shows up to like converse with the mountain homes or whatever. But he doesn't do any work, he doesn't eat any food, he just stands around until he leaves. And then we also have a ton of animals. That's we have like a fucking farm going on here. There's just animals everywhere. There's a bunch of cats, there's a cow. I don't know, there's some bull, there's some yaks. It's just animals all over the place. Alright, let's get some floors in. Blocks. Alright, so once we get that finished up, we should be good. Once we get that covered up, we can raise the bridge and block out the invaders from in here, and then they won't be able to sneak in through this back door because this will be completely covered and they can't get in from the farming area. So this should make us perfectly safe when invaders show up, and then we'll have to think about like a better, more interesting way to deal with invaders, so we don't just have to wait it out and we lose access to the outdoors. We're gonna have to come up with some sort of system. I don't know how we're gonna do it. Maybe we can lure them into like a pit and flood them and drown them. Maybe we can just crush them with bridges in a hallway. I don't know. The only reason we found the first gravitational wave was because the guy working on LEGO. Yeah. We didn't even know that gravity could have waves until we built this really highly sensitive instrument, and it just so happened to pick up a wave that came from like some black holes colliding and merging, like, you know, across the fucking universe. There's a ton of coincidences in physics that led to people discovering certain aspects of things. And it's even us existing right now is like a coincidence, right? Like there's a very short period of time where, like, with the observable universe and everything, or like compared to like the length of history of the universe, us existing right now in this very moment and able to study like the cosmic microwave background and be able to see like distant galaxies and stuff and everything. Yeah, and then there's, you know, the best explanation for that speedrun trick with like the cosmic ray colliding and flipping a bit on the RAM on his N64. But, you know, like, us being able to experience what we experience now is, like, a huge coincidence. The fact that we exist right now at this very moment is just, like, one fucking massive coincidence. All those big gaming companies like Blizzard that bent over backwards to please China sure do feel like dumbasses alienating the rest of the audience by apologizing to China now that these new blanket ban laws on new games are in place. Yeah. Dude, it's fucking... people just run a corporation and not be stupid? Like, just focus on making good products. Stop. Like, God, greed needs to go away. Just forget about money. Forget about it. It's nice when it's there, but appreciate it regardless. Just appreciate not having money. We need to take every single person who has money and go back in time and raise them poor so they understand the value of everything. And they get their priorities straight and stop focusing on fucking like, I need to make $1 billion. They just like drive all their companies into the ground because they're idiots. Like, come on, man. Just don't focus on the money. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we wouldn't have found him then. We would have found him eventually, most likely, because I think after that, like, we've seen other waves, I think, and we've, like, done stuff or whatever, but I don't know. It's interesting to think about, like, how long it would have taken or something if that didn't happen, and, like, who would have found it, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so our stress, we're doing okay. He's still reliving watching deaths, but that should fade. Like, he should stop reliving this experience, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure how long it takes them to stop reliving, like being haunted or experiencing somebody's death. Blizzard bidding so hard for China, now their games are banned. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know why, but people who become CEOs are just like stupid. Like they're smart in the wrong ways, and it doesn't apply to like running their business properly. It just applies to running it into the ground most of the time, but I don't know. They don't. I think part of it is they just don't care. Like, it's just a job. I'm just the CEO, whatever. I'm just this person who works here. I'm just this person who works in this aspect. I don't care. So, you know, it doesn't really matter. But it's still annoying to watch, because Blizzard used to be good. They used to have passionate people working there who were, like, making good video games. And it was like, yeah, video game, yay! And they were like, hey guys, we made this awesome game called, like, Warcraft. And look, it's a strategy game, and you could do this. And people were like, whoa, that's cool. And then they made more, and the people were like, yeah. And then the other part of Blizzard was like, hey guys, we made this cool, like, gothic horror, you know, roguelike game. And people are like, whoa, that's cool. And then, you know, it's just like, I don't know. They just threw it away. It makes me sad. Go back in time, and instead of shutting down the half of Blizzard that made Diablo, shut down the half of Blizzard that made, like, Warcraft. See what happens. Well, yes, but I mean specifically about the attitude of making video games and, like, I want to make a cool video game. Like, I don't know about the whole, like, I'm not talking about the frat bro thing, I'm just talking about, like, the corporatization of it, and, like, especially when it gets bought out by EA and everything, or Activision or whatever. Like, before that, like, back in the 90s, I mean, of course, yeah, the frat bro stuff existed, because fucking everybody was like that. It was the 90s, like, come on. And they were like in their 20s and stuff, and it's like, okay, understandable. It doesn't make it right, but, you know, obviously people were fucking dumb. But at the very least, they wanted to make a good video game. But now, not only are they bad people, they also don't even care about making a good video game either. Yeah, okay, that's fair. I don't know how different the team was. I don't know anything about the individuals or like how different things were. I know that I don't know. I also don't know much about like the half that made Diablo. I just know that they got shut down, and I was sad because that was the half I liked. But, you know. Yes, true. I mean, honestly, if you just take a personal policy of like playing indie games as like your only video game, you will be so much happier with video games. There's so many cool indie games you could play that, like, you don't even need AAA games anymore. Like, as soon as I realized that, life just gets better, you know? It's like, wow, I don't have to spend as much money. I get more fun. I don't get mad. This is amazing. It's really just the perfect thing. And it's like, you know, indie games are often way more original and fresh ideas than AAA games. Indie games are not afraid to experiment with stuff that might not work. You know, you can find any fucking genre combination under the sun that you like. You can find your perfect game out there. I almost guarantee you. There's at least something close enough that you're gonna be like, wow, I fucking love this game. EA tweeted that Fortnite was gonna go down for a bit because of a hurricane. But I buy my V-Buck, I kept a Fortnite. I don't know. I never played Fortnite once in my life, and it's probably gonna stay that way. Fortnite. You played twice. It sucked. My condolences. What are we doing on drinks? Well, such is the fort. This is kind of what I figured it would boil down to. Okay, so solo fort, okay idea at first, but now it's getting kind of dumb and boring, and everything takes forever to do. So I think solo fort will probably, after this stream, just not play this file again. I'll come up with a different place, like a different challenge run or something that might be more interesting. I feel like this could be good in the long term as like editing it into a sort of story about this character or something, and like maybe if some cool random things happen, but like for a stream and everything, like there's not a lot that happens for a solo character, because your time scale is like all these projects you want to do are going to take like exponentially longer than if you had a ton of other dwarves to help out. You stopped playing, your account got stolen, you're still trying to talk to the guy that did it. He has a Twitch. That's funny. My my Minecraft account got stolen by some kid who played like Hunger Games and shit. And like I found my account on the leaderboards of those websites, and I was like, what the fuck? It was obviously just some kid who, like, somebody probably got my password and sold the account to him or something, and he was just using it because he didn't, like, he probably bought it cheaper than getting a regular account. Zombie Apocalypse Fort, Max Necromancer Towers and Creations. Yeah, I need to figure out how to make a good, like, apocalypse world like that, because it can be really hard to make, like, a decent apocalypse world that's, like, playable and everything. I've only ever played actual Fortnite, like, twice. You played creative mode a lot, though. I heard from some people that Fortnite used to be, like, a tower defense game, and I was like, oh, that actually sounds kind of interesting, because tower defense games are cool, and they're a lot more interesting than just, like, random fucking third-person shooter PvP game. But I don't think the tower defense aspect is even developed anymore. I don't think they just, like, don't give a shit because nobody plays it. You found his YouTube channel. He uploaded 2 days ago. Yo! Yeah, leave a comment and be like, you know, why did you steal my account, Zedfig? Or, I don't know, something. Creative mode is better than the base game. Hey, there you go. Some people think that Minecraft creative mode is better than the base game. So, you know, there's always people who want to play the creative mode, because it's like, creative modes of games are fun in their own right for, like, completely different reasons. Yeah, there you go. Like, for me, with Minecraft, I think the combat is horribly boring, but I like the resource acquisition aspect of things, especially with mods, and, like, progression. So, I usually I'll play in, like, you know, what's the difficulty mode called? Pacifist or whatever? I forgot. I don't know why I forgot, but I forgot. But I'll just, like, turn peaceful. There you go. I'll just turn it to peaceful a lot of times because it's like I don't care about mobs and the combat in the game is a chore, so I'd rather just play the game. And so I just turn on peaceful a lot. And then it's cool because there's actually a mod you can get where it enables hunger on peaceful, so you can be peaceful mode but still have to eat and everything. How's using my account going? There you go. You recovered it? Yeah. So he doesn't still have it, but you can be like, I was the guy, smiley face. And then he'll be like, I don't know who you are, go away. He'll deny it, watch. He's not gonna own up to it. Oh, okay. Fair enough. It has started raining. That's cool, but whatever, dude. Well, he's almost done smoothing his dining room. He can have it. See if I give a fuck. Yeah, I don't know. It's up to 7 mining. I still, one of these days, want to make a fort where it's like, we go down and deal with getting adamantite and everything, and dealing with the demons, and figure out a system that lets us, like, kill them off somehow or something, and, like, defend ourselves from them. But, I don't know. It's hard to come up with, like, a good idea. Nice. There you go. Yeah, probably. That makes sense. Man, I'm getting the itch to work on that fucking idle game again. Maybe we save this here and then we transition to coding stream. Yeah, we can mess with those another time maybe, and try to figure out how to make an apocalypse world or something. I think I might save this here and just like mess around with that little idle game thing for like an hour or something, and then go to bed. And then, I don't know. Like, I want to play more CDDA, but at the same time, CDDA is getting, like, I don't know what to do in that game anymore. It's just like, I don't know. Eho, funny. Like, it's cool and all, but it's getting kind of stale for me. I don't know, man. Make child challenge. We can't do that. Project Zomboid. Yeah, we can play some of that. Maybe I could play that tomorrow. That'd be cool. Haven't played that for a little while. I think they had an update recently-ish. Kind of. I think they actually pushed, like, cars or something to the main branch instead of, like, being in beta. Or NPC. I don't know. There was some update I saw in the, like, news page on Steam a couple days ago. Or, like, recent-ish. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow, so we can just like play it for a while. Because I don't know if I'm gonna be up too much longer, because like I didn't get that much sleep last night. But I think I want to work a little bit more on that like idle game thing that I was messing around with. Spider music, yeah, there you go. That's what we're listening to right now. Imagine sleeping, dude. Couldn't be me. Absolutely cringe. Ugh. Okay. So yeah, I think we'll just save this here. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do much with this character. It's very slow going and there's not much going on. Sleeping is for squares. Damn. You're right. Anyway, I think we'll just save it here, and I don't know why this guy's still hanging around, but he is. Solo RimWorld tends to be a little bit more exciting because RimWorld actually, like, pushes events on you all the time, and, like, has stuff happen. So, like, that one ends up being, I think, a little bit more interesting, just because RimWorld is designed to, like, have events happen if shit doesn't go down for a little while. Alright. Save our game. And we're gonna work a little bit more on that idle game. We'll switch to some chill music or something, or I don't know what kind of music. Feel free to suggest ideas for music. But yeah, there we go. So we did it. We did the solo character. Not very much different from any other type of character. All right, let's see here. Super Mario Galaxy. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Let's do that. By the Luigi channel. An hour long. Nah. It's fine. Whatever. It'll be like probably auto content claimed or something. What is it? Math and science or something? Science and technology? Yeah, science and tech. Okay. Programming. Okay, updated. Friend stream literally get throttled over music. I don't think I've had that happen. Who knows? Maybe that's why my internet connection keeps like disconnecting sometimes in some streams. Although I don't think so, because I was like playing Terraria that other time, so I don't think that's actually it. But maybe it's Nintendo like striking down my internet connection. That's why my streams disconnect sometimes, and I have trouble with that. You never know. All right, let me make sure I don't have any personal information or something open from like school files or something. And then I think we're good. All right. Let me show my desktop. Where is that button? There it is. Bam. Okay, so right, we already had the resource thing from last time, so that's that's been a thing. But with the building the floors or whatever, I made a little animation where it's like, oh, you can't afford that, and it actually checks to see if you have enough fucking resources to build it, so that works. It'll subtract it if you don't have, like, if we refresh the page. We start with 30, we build floor 1 for 12, and then it takes it away. Slow down. Yeah, see, this is a GIF I just pulled off the internet, and I had to edit these. They're a little bit crazy. I'll fix it later. It's fine. It's not a big deal right now. But yes, I understand what you mean. I'll just like duplicate some of the frames or something. Nah, it's fine. I have GIMP. GIMP can do it. All I have to do is just duplicate the frames a little bit, and it'll like cut it in half or something. Or I think there's also like a millisecond timer attached to frames that you can just edit in fucking GIMP or whatever. So yeah, I can just do that. But here's the stuff I was working on recently. I was working on getting it to every like 3 seconds, 3,000 milliseconds, it checks to spawn some enemies, and then it just loops through the floors. If the floor is not safe, so like this one will never spawn enemies, but this one will. This is dangerous. It generates a random chance between, out of 100%, like 0 to 99. And if the chance is less than 100 minus how many enemy groups there are, right? It'll spawn an enemy. So at 0 enemy groups, 100% chance it will make an enemy happen after 3 seconds. When there's 1 enemy group, it's like an 80% chance to add more enemies, etc. until it hits 0. And that'll happen at 5 enemy groups on the floor. Now, what I'm thinking, so I just stole some little fucking assets from Homestuck directly because I'm lazy. They have these little enemy dudes, and we could just have them be a static thing for now, and just like have them be on the screen. So like when it spawns the little imps, it spawns these guys, and then there's the ogre, and then whatever. So we can use those for the enemies, or I could find probably I could use RPG, just random RPG characters. I mean, maybe we want to lean into the Homestuck fan game thing more. I don't mind that, especially since a lot of this is just directly based off of like the sort of in comic universe thing. So I could do that, but also because they turned Homestuck into like an IP and like they have a company and stuff, that can also run into issues where you get like cease and desisted and everything. So I don't know if that's ever happened to like Homestuck fan projects, but it's always a possibility. I mean, we could always just lean into it now, and then if it becomes a problem, just change it later. Like, all I have to do to make these not be Homestuck related is just literally swap out all these pictures for something else, and then boom, you're done. So, like that, you know, I think we could just do that for now, and then lean into some other aspect for it later. Used to be canceled Warhammer. Yeah, see, there you go. Just start as something. It's easier to ask forgiveness than to ask it's better to ask forgiveness than ask permission, right? So just do it, and then if it becomes a problem, just say, "Oh, my bad," and then there you go. Instead of asking permission and maybe not getting an answer and then being weird and then, you know, just do it. Who cares? Anyways, so what the logic does is if it says, okay, you can make a group of enemies, then it says, okay, let's come down here and make an enemy group. So it gets how many enemies are going to be in it. Anywhere from 1 to 5 enemies. So 0 to 4 plus 1 is 1 to 5. And then the type of the enemy is just a random thing from the list of possible resources. Because we have, in here, we have, you know, these are the type of resources we have in the game right now. So the enemies can just drop whatever. Now, there's no reason to have all these in the game right now because they're not going to have any purpose for a long time, but I think I'm just going to leave them like it is because I'm kind of copying stuff from another fan project anyway, so it's like, fuck it. Maybe grinding some achievements in the background. Nice, dude. Audio in your left ear is still weird. It's been like 10 hours. Unfortunate. Let me turn this up a little bit. Is the music good? I don't know if it's like too quiet or something. But yeah, I need to change these little icons down here too. Anyways, so it makes, and then what it does is it loops through for the amount of enemies, so anywhere from 1 to 5, so 0, yeah. It will create a new enemy. So then it plops down here to like, okay, let's make a new enemy. So this is where I was working on last, where I was trying to come up with like, how am I gonna make it so like you have a chance of imps, ogres, whatever, that gets kind of like formulated around what floor you're on. So for example, floor 2 is gonna have, I pass in the floor number here. So floor number 2 is gonna be, the imp chance will be 100 minus 2 times 2. So 100. So it's going to be a 96% chance of imp on floor number 2. And then the ogre chance is just what's left over right now. I need to come up with a way to like kind of add in the other enemy types and stuff and everything. What I can do with the ogres is, let's say I only want the ogres to appear starting on like floor 4 or whatever. Let me see, where was it? I was talking to a friend about this, and I had a good idea. So, what we can do is, like, we can get, like, let's see. We can do the... Oops, what am I doing? Math.min. Or max. And then we could do like, you know, the floor number minus 20 and then 0. Google Play just gave you a $3 discount. The Google Play card, dude, you gotta get the Google Play card. Make sure you send that to me because that way I can refund you your money. Do not redeem! Do not redeem! Who told you? It's so great. Kit Boga's streams, Kit Boga's stuff is really funny. When he gets the right scammer, it's really funny because he knows how to push their buttons and get them to like really start screaming, and they get so mad. Dude, I love watching the video compilations that he has of like the mad ones, because it's just like, it's so funny to listen to them screaming about like what they think is some little grandma sitting in her house somewhere like, I'm so sorry, Sonny, I put the Google Play card in my account. And just like, it's so funny. Fucking scammers are so ridiculous. All right, anyways, all right, so here's what we want to do. So we have our imp chance, right? Let's say this number calculates out at floor 2, it's, what was it, 96? So we have a 96% chance of imp. So this number, this chance right here is gonna return like straight up, this is the percentage chance of it being an imp. So if the random number is less than imp chance, then imp happen. Sometimes it's easy to forget they're pieces of shit. Oh, no, yeah. Definitely always keep that in mind, that they're just like, remember that what they think they're doing is scamming an old, helpless woman out of like hundreds of dollars. Like, there is no recourse for them. Straight to jail, do not pass go. But, you know, and that's why it's funny to listen to them get mad, because it's like, haha, you deserve it, asshole, kind of thing. So, you know, it's completely justified, vindicated. You don't have to feel bad whatsoever for being happy at their misfortune. Yes, go to jail, go directly to jail. Do not collect the $50 Google Play gift card. But yeah, so what this will do, if we have max between this and 0, what's gonna happen, like on floor 2, is gonna be -18 and 0. -18 is less than 0, so we just return 0. All the way up until it becomes positive at floor 21. It'll be 1 and 0. And then it's gonna go to 2 and 0, and then it's gonna keep going, etc. So that means that if we use this number to help calculate the ogre chance, or rather not ogres, but the next enemy after ogres, this enemy will just have a 0% chance of appearing until we hit floor 21. And then the enemy will start having a chance at appearing. So what I'm thinking, right? So we use imp and ogre chance. Let's see. So the ogre is going to be math.max. So the imps are going to be the maximum between 100 minus your floor number as it goes down, down, down as you go higher. It's going to hit a bottom of 5% chance of imp. I don't know if I want it really to bottom out. I think bottom out, we want them all to be like an even chance. And then you can just manipulate the chance after that with like the passive upgrades and stuff you can buy. And like trend it towards whatever enemy type you're looking for. Or some, I don't know. Maybe we do want it to just be 5. But anyways, so that'll hit 5 at minimum. So at the very maximum of floor number 40 something, floor number 50, floor number 48, you know, something like that. At floor 48, it's gonna hit floor 47 or 48. It's gonna hit the minimum imp chance. The game is lagging. Heck W. What game? What are you playing? Now ogres. Let's say 15, and then the ogre is gonna be. We're gonna have the same. I think, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have the same formula, I think, for all of the enemies, right? But we're gonna offset it by a certain amount based on the floor number. So it's like, for example, ogres are gonna scale the same way so as imps right here with the 100 minus. Maybe we'll do a minimum of 5 even. So if we do this the same, let's say we call this mob chance. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Morty. So we get the mob chance, right? And we have that where we either get 5 or this bigger number. Ready to 4 total DLC. Nice, proud of you. And then what we can do is from the mob chance, we multiply this by some number to modify it, right? And that's where like the weighted distribution stuff comes in. And so what we could do is, let's say for imps, we want this to be based on the floor. We can just do something minus the floor number. Or maybe we want this to be a flat 20, right? So maybe we only have 5 enemy types for now, right? So we want this to be like evenly divided up. Every enemy has the same chance, and then we weight their chances based on some math we do based on floor numbers. So for example, Imp is gonna be, so each mob has a 20% chance. Let's say we have 5 mob types, right? We'll start with the basic 5 because that's what I have pictures for in this we'll start with these basic 5, right? So we have Imp, Ogre, Cyclops, Basilisk, and a Lich, or whatever. I think that's what they're called. So let's say we have these 5 enemies. Each one has a 20% chance to start. So everybody's got that. They all got the flat 20. They're all good to go. But now for imps, right? Imps are gonna be sort of. We're gonna do math. We want imps to maybe stop showing up, right? I guess we still do max. So we want imps to stop showing up at a certain floor. So what floor do we want imps to stop showing up on, right? Because at a certain point, like here, let's disable the code for removing our building resource so we can build floors, and I can show you like how those scale, because it's like 2 to the power of floor. They scale up kind of high, but I think it works okay. Build the next floor. Okay, so this if statement, if our resources is greater than cost. Let's comment out some stuff here. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we just set cost equal to 1, so it's always greater than. Or cost equals 0. There you go. Okay, so now, if we keep building floors, you can see, okay, 38, 56, 82, 124. I feel like this is an okay sort of scaling, like, exponential growth. By floor 10, you know, floor 11 costs 1100. That's not too bad, honestly, I think, especially if you're mostly fighting imps and getting, like, low resource drops. And then maybe up at about floor 15, now that we're starting to get into, like, 10,000s. Very nice. What are you doing? A pop-up in-game that said, wow, thanks for buying it. Oh, okay. But yeah, see, floor 15, now it costs 32,000, and it's going to keep multiplying by 2. I think maybe about floor 15 is where we stop getting imps. Because imps are probably only going to drop, like, a handful of resources. So let's go to, yeah, so imps are going to be 15 minus our floor index. So that way, once we hit floor 15, now we're getting 0. And then anything above 15 always returns 0. And what we can do is take the mob chance and multiply it by this number. Or rather, no, don't do that. Multiply it by this number. Calculator, help me. So if we had a 20 and we multiply it by, let's see, 15 minus index is going to give us, at floor 2 is going to be 13. So we don't want to like multiply it because that's getting a little crazy. We want to wrap it at like from 0 to 100. So 20 times, what if we were to do like 0.13? Oh, wait, no, that makes it smaller. I'm stupid. 20 times 1.3. That's not big enough, you know? Okay, so this number... this is hard. what if we plus, right? Plus the number. So it's going to be, well, no, I want it to be multiplied so that way it hits 0 and the imps just have a 0% chance of showing up. So, because I want them to just be out of the way at some point. So I want the multiplication. We could do 20 times, let's see, 13 divided by 2? No, way too big. 13 times point by 20. 13 times. No, what am I doing? That's too big, so. I don't know. This is tough. What if we do... So it looks like we're going to be doing multiplied or divided by something. 13 divided by 6. 2.1. I don't know. 13 divided by... Close. 13 divided by 2.5. Okay, we're very close. So it's going to be divided by like 2.5 or something. Maybe we should make it multiplied by a number instead, because multiplication is probably faster than division, but I don't think it matters too much. How much you needed voice acting? Well, hey, now you have it. And you can rejoice. So to get like a 98% chance, minus 20... We need to get 78 from like 20 times something. So 78 divided by 20. 3.9. So if we want 13 modified by a number to return 3.9, we need to do 13 over x is 3.9. So 13... you should swap x and 3. So 13 divided by 3.9. And then if we do 13 divided by 3.3. Yeah, good enough. It's fine. We just clamp it to 100, so it's not a big deal. There you go. We have found it. All right, so now what this will do, it'll be like 13 divided by 3.3 is that, multiplied by 20, gives us, wait, what? I fucked up. I'm stupid. 13 divided by 3, 4. No, we want a bigger number, so 13 divided by 3.1. Divided by 2.4. Divided by 2. 3. Divided by 2. 7? Close. 2 points. Okay, so this needs to be like 2.6 or something. Oh, that's exactly 5. Wait, what the hell? I didn't expect that. Wait. Huh. Well, the more you learn. Alright, so that gives us perfectly 100, which is not quite what we want. But, I don't care. That's good enough for me. Alright, so anyways, somehow that happened. Math is weird. So there we go. That'll return a perfect 5 multiplier, and then as it gets higher and higher, the number should get... yeah, the number gets smaller. And then like 9 over 2.6. Yeah, and that just drops the chance more and more. And then what we could do is round it so it doesn't have any decimals. So we can do math.floor. So it just rounds it to the nearest whole number. Or rounds down to the nearest whole number. The guy hearted your comment. Hell yeah. Very nice. Alright, so there we go. That'll give us a nice little chance for the imps. And that'll just be a flat, like, compare this to the random number from 0 to 100 that we roll. And then we can just continue this idea for the other mobs. So now, Ogre. The Ogre chance. That one's gonna be... floor. So this guy's gonna be mob chance multiplied by math.max. We want a 0 in here. So ogres can drop to 0 as well. I think we want the top 3 enemies or something, so that way you're getting as a good amount of grist and or whatever the fuck. I don't think we're gonna call it that, but we could if we're going homestead. But anyways, so now we want ogres to maybe start showing up on floor. Maybe on floor 10. That's where you start running into ogres, because imps are probably gonna drop resources below the like 100 values. So yeah, like floor 10 I think is when we want to maybe start letting ogres spawn, or maybe floor 15. I don't. Well, yeah, we'll let them spawn early, and then ogres can drop in the like 1 to 2 to 300 ish range. So it only takes a few ogres, but they're more difficult. Yeah, well, let's do floor 10 can start spawning ogre. So if we want to do that, we're gonna need this the maximum of index minus 10 or 0. So I'm just gonna do this in another number because this equation is gonna get really messy. Ogre num is this, but minus 10. So now it'll be 0 all the way up. And then we use this number. Maybe, let's see. So this is 15. This is when the floor where it stops for the imps is 15 minus the floor number. So at floor 15, it just returns 0 all the time. So yeah, if this returns 0, no more ogre. We want this to return 0 if the ogre... Ah, I got it. We use this for the lower bound. So, it's gonna return... Ooh, sorry, this should just use the name. Ogre num. So it's gonna be at floor 2, it's gonna be 0, or... And I think we need to use Ogre Num to shift this aspect of it as well. Oh wait, no, we want this to be 0 even... Huh. Okay, so let's do... Ogres maybe stop at floor... Say if they drop a few hundred or something. Maybe floor 20. Okay. Divided by, like, I don't know, 2.6 or whatever. It's not the right number, but okay. Now, we have this. And we want to shift this by ogre num. So like 20 minus index should be 0 if we haven't reached floor 10. Oh, could we just do index plus 10? No, because that's not gonna be right. Man. What? This is hard. Okay, until I figure this out, because my brain is not good brain, let's just give them the chance that's left over for now. And then, so we're gonna return an object, but we need to roll a random number. So var, yeah. Is it math.random? No, it's I have my own function for random int. Random int to 100. And then once we have a random number, if rand is less than imp chance, we spawn an imp, else we spawn an ogre. So, oh, I set up a definition for enemy base stats. Okay, perfect. So here's an imp, and then I guess let's set up one for an ogre real quick. And then ogres are gonna be 10 times stronger than an imp, I guess. Just inflate everything by 10. His basic reward type is, I don't know, 100 build, 100 basic resource. 50 money, 100 I don't know, whatever. Those numbers don't really matter right now anyways. Now we go to oh, we can just return enemy base stats dot, or enemy base stats, yeah, dot imp. And then, yeah, that's why I did this, to make this part easy. Base stats dot ogre. So now it's very straightforward, very simple, and we can just edit the definitions here to get like base stats. Now we do want to increase, I have a number here called reward for reward multipliers to like give you more stuff. And maybe the reward multiplier can affect like their difficulty. I don't know. Or maybe like this will just be a multiplier that multiplies their health, power, defense, and how much they give you. I'll have to figure that one out later. But anyways, there we go. So now it returns an imp or an ogre when it generates the enemy. And then... but we can't just straight return that because we have to set the enemy's type. So... enemy is basestats.imp, and then enemy.type is equal to the type that we pass in, and then return enemy. And then we do this for the ogre as well. Okay. Alright, so there's that. And then each enemy generates enemies, and then we do group.push enemy, and then we push the group into the floor's enemy groups, and there we go. So that should work all the way through and generate enemies on the floor. Now, we need some sort of visual representation of the enemy. So, inside of tab 1 here, where we're looking at the floor, we need to go to the HTML. And inside of this square, where we have each floor, we need to add in a little thing where we can display the enemy. So let's see, div floor content. So the floor container class, okay, the header has the floor number and if it's safe or not, and then the floor content is in here in the body of it. So in here we can add in a div for class equals floor enemy groups. So we can style this where we're displaying the enemy groups if we want to do anything special. Next, what I need to do real quick is let me open with, fuck, how do I open this in GIMP? Find in folder. No, stop it. Open, reveal in File Explorer, there we go. Enemies, edit, open with GIMP. I don't know if Paint can preserve transparency. Convert, sure, I don't care. So now what we want to do is we want to not close the window. So we want to nab our little imp dude. Cut. New. I don't know, like 256 by 256. I don't know how big he was. I didn't look at the selection box. Paste. There he is. Put him on a new layer. Delete the background layer so he's got transparency. And then layer to image side. Oop, no, Control Z. Image, fit canvas to layers. Now we have a little square dude. I don't think he's quite centered, but you know, such is life. We'll just kind of slap him down here or something. All right, so there's our imp. Okay, imp. Now we export as. Where is this path? Can I copy and paste this in here? No. So it's an E projects pages. This one. Source assets. Cool. Imp. Export. Export. Minimize. Yeah, he is. Wow. So now what we do is, we do a little trolling. We do div. Let's make more divs. Now this one is gonna be in G4. We're gonna do a for loop here. We're gonna make more little dividing boxes based on how many enemies there are. So data.house.floors at I. Oh wait, no, we already have F. Oh, okay, duh. Let E of F, because we're inside of a loop here. This one right here for the entire floor square is going through a loop already. So we can access this, which is the floor itself that we're on. And then F.groups, I think. And we can loop through the enemies that are in those groups. Or G for the enemy group. And then we can put an image. Actually, we'll do a regular image. So an image that is source, assets, enemies, imp.png. And then we can do an if statement here to like use different pictures if it's no, whatever. Width 128 pixels. Height 128 pixels. 'Cause I think it's gonna be a little bit too big. Not seeing any enemies. Uh-oh. Let's console log some stuff as well, because I did a lot and it's not visible stuff that we did. Let's log the group of enemies it generates. This data is undefined. Okay. Check for enemies. Fucked up. This data. What do you mean? This data is defined. What the fuck are you talking about? That's strange.